Oh, we
Oh,
live.
we are back. We are back. She came here with the energy. Her energy blew the whole fucking studio out. Oh my god, this is great. This is great. Go for this.
Again?
Oh no.
Not again.
No, okay, we good.
All right.
The headphones going out. All right, we going we gonna wait
We don't
for a
know if we're gonna
second.
survive. We're gonna try to survive.
50, 55 episodes, nothing like this ever happened to us, and now we was in the dungeon.
It got
It
dark.
we all looked at each other like, oh, what happened?
Oh shit. That was the funniest, scariest shit
Listen,
that ever happened in
yo,
the studio.
Zion, man, listen, the story is crazy. Y'all gonna understand it another time, man. But this shit was wild. I just had to make a thong.
It's holding up. It's holding
It's
up.
holding up. Well, we figured it out. We figured it out. Y'all gonna get this message she's giving y'all today. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We are back. We are back. We are back. Let's start over then because I don't know what they heard. I don't know what happened. Oh man. Shout out to my baby girl. She's in the
Hey.
Hey.
Hola.
Oh man. So let's start over. Let's just start over. I don't know what they heard.
So let me start by I've been doing showcases for a while. This is my fifth showcase. Uh, Yeah, my fifth showcase coming up. Um last showcase that I did, it was for to raise books for New York City Public Library. In the midst of the raising the money, I got on a conversation on live with Russell. This nonprofit out of 158th and Cortland, which is my mother's neighborhood is at, and she assists the neighborhood as far as feeding, giving them food, clothing, and also giving them
All right, hold on.
support.
Sorry, one more time. They can't hear.
They can't hear anything?
Yeah, they saying they can't hear anything.
No way.
Yeah, Princess says she can't hear, and Leah says she can't hear.
Hi.
They said they can't hear anything. Oh, it's on Spotify.
Nah, it was already good. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. When we have a special guest like this happens.
Can't
The
hear
energy
anything?
again, right?
Word. This is you can hear?
What are y'all talking about, man?
Maybe it was a lag. I don't know.
Let us know if y'all can hear. Please let us know if y'all can hear. Leah, let me know if you can hear, please, baby.
So she mentioned the program. So they heard about the program. We got that part.
Yes.
They
Well,
got the
he said he can
program.
hear.
Okay,
She
but
said
he's
it's
listening
going
on your
on and
live.
on.
Well, the nonprofit that I've created, which is to help thriving nonprofits get their voice heard, get them on track, get them uplifted, and help the communities with showcasing, which is also giving a platform to unsigned artists and also giving a platform to the nonprofits so they could maybe continue to assist our neighborhoods.
And so where does this love for giving back come from?
It's always been in me. I've always been adamant about helping others. I was like the neighborhood mom for a very long time. Also in my constructive like living, as far as my real estate career was, which is ended 22 after 22 years in December. I've always been into project management and uplifting anything that I put my hands on. So that is including if I'm able to help people uplift themselves, that's where the love comes from. It's just a genuine thing that I have.
So 22 years of real estate. 22 years.
22
Can you
years.
can you speak on that experience a little bit?
So in New This is muted. I can't.
Can you hear anything?
Can't hear
Can't hear
anything.
it.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Zion, let us know if y'all can hear.
Yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Can you hear? Can you
Mic
hear? Can you
check,
hear?
mic check, mic check. You still can't hear anything?
Nope.
Her headphones.
There you go. It's on. Yeah. Hello.
Her headphones.
Your headphones are on. My headphones
It's
are
on.
on.
Your
This
headphones
mic is
are
on.
on.
Your headphones are on. The mics are going in and out.
Yeah, then we'll figure it out.
So
So you
it's
were
low
talking
though.
about the real estate.
So yeah, so the real estate part,
There we go.
yeah, you got it.
Sorry, listen. What something happened to the studio. Um, and the wiring, we don't know what the
Yeah,
hell
we
is
good.
going on. So our special brunch episode, we working it out, and we gonna work this shit out. But so you was talking about the real estate.
So I would take the buildings and if they were failing and they weren't doing well, I would create a new program, assist the tenants in doing the recertifications, make sure that the rents were now being applied and collected on time, and give them back to the management company. So that's basically my specialty. So that's also what now I am applying to my showcasing and helping nonprofits is get them on the ball, get them running, and get them to be successful nonprofits as far as whatever they may need. They need to be able to get information on how to get food for their community, how do they get loans for their nonprofits, anything that can apply, and I would give them the information so they can use that to uplift themselves.
So why do you do most of your work in the Bronx?
I basically do well, this one is in the Bronx. This is Palms Upon Hands is in the Bronx. I right now I'm working with my own administrative assistants, and we're looking for about 30. It's not going to matter where it's at, as long as they're able to fit the requirements, and they're going to be applying whatever is being raised back into the community, especially for children.
Mm. So if so this is nonprofits we're talking about.
Yes.
So if do you have to have your 501c3.
Yeah,
So
I would like for you to have your 501(c)(3) because if people are donating to you, some majority of the people would want to get a tax credit.
mhm.
So I would want that. I'm a 501(c)(3) and a 509(2)(a). So 509(2)(a) is also one that also can give to other nonprofits to uplift them.
Mhm, mhm. So now, if I'm starting a nonprofit and I'm interested in receiving some help, how would I be able to get that with you?
You could go on my website, which is LaFleur Rose Angel Showcases.org, and you can put in a request. You could put in a request for our assistance, and what we do is we create showcasing for unsigned artists, which is also giving our children a platform, or grown adults, however it is, a platform for them to express their music, with the love of music, and also giving back to the community. So killing two birds with one stone, basically. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to give back to the community and also get their voices heard to let them know, that someone cares about their community.
Okay. What does impact mean to you?
Um, I think impact means making a change. Some people are here to make changes for others, and if you can make that impact and apply that whatever you learn to teach someone else and impact their life, why not?
So, do you feel like our children in the Bronx have a fair shot at success?
I sure do. I know too many of us that made it and continue to work hard to strive. It just needs some implementation and some guidance. That's it. All our children ever, even if they've been misguided or haven't been put in a position where their whatever their foundation is not steady, as long as you're able to steady it and you're able to guide them, anyone can take off. Why not?
Because I feel like a lot of people look at the Bronx as almost like a dead zone. And it's
How? We've got the greatest people that's come out the Bronx. Hello. I just think it's no way. I mean, it's not going to be everybody. It's just like everything in life. It's not going to be everybody that gets out, but the ones that do, they're greatness. We got some great people that's made it out, and they're constantly working. We got J Lo, we got Fat Joe, we got
Mhm.
how many other
You
people?
got 40 Central.
40 Cent.
Hey,
Hey! Oh, oh,
another
oh, no. Hey, Cash. Look, we're gonna have Cash coming out soon.
okay.
Who's Cash?
Cash is rap artist. He's amazing. Got to
There we
interview
go.
him. You got to interview him.
Cash, hit us up. Hit us up,
Rock,
Cash.
that's his manager. He's on there.
Okay.
Rob, man, everybody come to 40 Central on
Yes, yes.
YouTube and come and ask her your questions, man. I know you guys have questions.
But yeah, so I just think that us, the few that makes the changes, and when I must say the changes is people say they want to make changes and then it's self change for them, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But if you're out there, like I go into all the neighborhoods, I don't care where I'm at, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? As far as I can see that there is a change that needs and it's going to be implemented correctly, I'm going to help. I'm just not going to help everybody either because I'm dignified about where my energy goes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, how do you determine where your energy goes?
Um, like I said, if I watch, I'm basically a person that you gotta like how you go to interview, you watch
Mhm.
people's behavior and the things that they do, and you watch it and you make sure that whatever they're doing is being applied to the correct places as far as your neighborhood is concerned. There's people out here working and trying to push our neighborhoods to uplift them every single day.
Well, speaking of neighborhoods, we already started to advocate for our basketball courts to be done.
Hmm.
Yes.
We're trying to figure that out. They already painted it. We're waiting for backboards, waiting for all that stuff. So we are trying to do that also. So
Yes.
yeah, and we got another one that's supposed to be in the works. We
Well,
have to
I just
continually get
heard
on them.
there is there is something out there actually. So you're a nonprofit, something that you can use in your let's say you're trying to get funding.
Mhm.
There is how you call it, like I did like a funding thing. I was trying to find out with the kids,
Okay.
and they said that kids in neighborhoods who have creative recreational areas are better off in growing aspects, meaning that they become more productive in life.
Hmm.
So if you have something that you're doing and you're doing a planning, then you should use that in your plan
Mm.
Okay.
because it is known that if you're applying your work to children and to uplift them, that is a 90% of those children being more productive in life.
Oh wow,
Wow.
that's good. I'm glad because we are about the kids.
Yes,
We
definitely.
try to make sure they have a place to go. Like the basketball courts are a shit right now. So
That's
and
so funny because I was on my way down here.
you
I
saw a
wolf.
shit basketball court.
No, no,
Oh.
shut up. No, then on my way down here, I was talking to a gentleman. He's like, I just we were just talking to him about Black Gates Madness, which is
Mm.
it's another it's down in Harlem,
What was
and
that name?
Foster Black Gates Madness. It's a basketball tournament that goes on in Harlem and Foster projects, and I helped them last year get school supplies and stuff. they wanted their basketball court painted over, and I reached out to a gentleman who does more murals, and I was talking to him on the way down here because we were like, well, how we're gonna do this mural.
Mm. Oh
Oh,
shit!
word?
Damn.
Well,
Mhm.
it's something we might have to talk about that
I
because
know, right?
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
something
That's
that we
Well,
really
crazy.
he's
didn't
gonna
want to
be in
do.
New York, and we could get him to write me a nice, nice estimate. We could get him to come down here. Maybe we can help you too at the same time.
Yeah, yeah,
Estimate, let me
definitely.
know.
We'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm ready to do it for these kids. I'll pay
Only thing
out
is
my
that
pocket.
there's a glitch to it. He wants the children to be part of the painting, so he actually wants the neighborhood children to be involved.
That's fine. We could get that
That's
done.
the
Hmm.
That's
easiest
the
part.
easiest part.
If that's all he needs, shoot,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
get the kids right now.
we get the kids today. Let him know.
Word. For real,
We
for
have the
Well,
real.
kids on our
I
side.
gave him my
Exactly.
email. He will be sending me, his proposal, and I will get back to you with it to see
Yes.
how it is. If it can work out for both teams, it'd be wonderful.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
This is my
And we're in the church, so church up.
hey.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. um, this is my issue with like having to give back to the Bronx, right? Like a basketball court. When you go into affluent neighborhoods or neighborhoods that have money, like they don't have to, in a sense, damn near beg or raise funds or ask for help. Like, why is it that our children can't just get like the basics? A basketball court is not that hard.
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
don't hold nothing back.
I know that's a terrible part.
She said, you want me to answer that? Like, should I really answer that? No, please.
So what happened is, we used to when I grew up, I went to PS 96. We had the bells. I played the flute. We had all
Flute?
these, the white bells with the the flute. So we had the flute and we had the bells. So what happens is, what they did was they transitioned that money into childcare, rental, public assistance, and single mom fundings. So, and unfortunately, jail. So, the money that was supposed to be funded for our children are now assisting mothers, into taking care of their children because our black men are locked up or, unfortunately gone for, street reasons or whatever. So, that's why our children don't have that funding any longer. And you go to the high end areas and they do.
And I
Yeah,
think, go ahead.
like
Go ahead.
because even when I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you because you're a little bit younger than me, but even when I went to what's the street when I went to PS, we had music. We had the recorder. We
Mhm.
had um we had a piano
Mhm.
class. You did you have that when you
Yeah,
was there?
yeah.
The recorder too?
Mr. Hauser.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout
remember
out to
that?
Mr.
Yeah.
Hauser,
So,
man.
but
R.I.P.
then
Mr. Hauser too. He
and
was a great,
then
great teacher.
like
Mine is Miss Horn.
Miss Horn.
Miss
Miss
Horn.
Horn.
Miss Horn. That sounds. We had a Miss Horn in
I
PSL.
don't remember.
We definitely did.
We had a Miss Horn.
We had a Miss Horn. She was the lady with the puffy hair with the
She
big.
had a horn.
Well, this one did. This one did. She was mean as hell.
But like I don't. But our kids, no more. They don't have that anymore
But
over
that's why, they have to, and it's, you can't, if the help is needed in one way, it's like, okay, well, we can't give your kids this, teach your kids at home this, because we're giving you the funds to be able to be at home.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
So
like
So,
like my daughter, like where she was when she was in school in Queens, she was in a really great school. They gave her a guitar to take home to learn, but like you go like a couple of blocks or you come to like where we are, we
mhm.
don't give none of these kids that.
So what happens now? So even now, when they're giving out children's laptops,
Hmm.
we're not assessing what their children are doing on these laptops. Yeah, we're doing homework, but then what else are they doing? Why not create programs for them to learn music online? There is programs like that. You understand? There is. We are on YouTube right now. How many YouTube things are to learn crafts? Why not teach your kid a craft? I'm about to take my candle line thing to another level. I want to learn how to do more incendiary candles, so I'm applying for classes. So it's nothing wrong with getting online and learning more.
Hmm.
So are we using the appropriate tools, even if they're providing what they're providing, to be able to learn more?
Do you feel like remote learning has helped our kids?
I feel like remote learning has helped families. Period. You now mothers have to sit down with their children. They're unfortunately some of them are not working because of COVID, so that becomes a family bond. And honestly, I think this whole COVID, that's what it was meant to do.
Mm.
I think it was meant to us to get our priorities together, our family issues together, and bring us together as a one.
So, did you make any like transitions during like the pandemic in terms of
Oh,
working and things like that?
hell yeah. So like I said, I just ended my 22-year working real estate, and what happened was I watched my high ends sit at home, and I was working on the field taking care of people. At the time I was working at a building where I had mentally ill people, disabled people, and the elderly people, and which was not something that I don't mind doing, but I'm out there doing it. So how can I thought to myself, how can I transition this into something that I can help others? And I just took all my money and invested it. I mean,
Wow.
all of it. Like I was living on $50 a week, $20 for gas, 30 days for $30 for food, and that was it. I was
Wow.
not playing. I was just like, I got my LLC, I got my whole nonprofit package,
Mm.
and I said, this is my time. I'm not gonna, I started studying, and I took this COVID thing very seriously. I took it like, this is a learning lesson for those who don't have, and this is time and this is an opportunity to gain.
Mhm.
So COVID, in a
Can I give a round
sense,
of applause for
yeah,
that?
we'll give her a
For-
round of applause for that. I would say so. COVID, in a sense, like uplifted you and made you want to do
Yes,
more.
yes.
Well, I'm just gonna speak to us. The same thing that happened with us with this
Hmm.
because COVID came, and at that point in time, I was down and out. I was, that it was really hard on my mental, and we started this, and COVID was a lot of things happened during that time, and 2020 was a really bad time. But for me, I always say like, hey, listen, you know what? The opportunities was there, and we took it,
Yeah.
and
And I think
we
that everyone who's taken that opportunity, from what I see, has been
flourishing.
uplifted.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, it has been uplifted. COVID was definitely something that if you didn't have heart, it showed.
Mm.
yeah.
And you can't teach heart.
Mhm.
I just said like, if we ain't doing nothing during this time, what the fuck are we doing? We need to be doing
Yeah,
something. Like
exactly.
during that time, we advocated for basketball courts. We started our own. We got our own LLC. We got our trademark. We got literally, like I said before she came and brought the power down. Um, see, we can't we booked for another 2 months. Like it's just a great like uprising that we're doing, and
Yeah, and it will continue that way because this was your time. This is
Mhm.
your time. You took that opportunity, and you got to understand it's a shift. I don't know if you understand what a shift is in the world.
It's when you shit.
Yeah. So even though it's bad to say, but it's a shift. A shift meaning that there's people being just passing away, just gone,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and there's places for people opening.
Mhm.
So you got to push with that shift so to get to that opening because them doors is being open.
Yep.
If you got stuck in between, then that's a lot of people just ended up just staying the same way. But a lot of people who took the opportunity in that shift have will progress.
Yeah, I
Mm.
got a friend now, and he's currently on unemployment, right? And he doesn't have to be,
Mhm.
but he's chosen to be on unemployment. He's like, yo, like I'm gonna ride it out. I'm gonna take this money. I'm chilling. I'm cool. And I'm like, bro, like you shouldn't do that because now when the unemployment ends or you can't apply anymore, like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, and it's gonna happen to a lot of people.
It happened
He,
already to a lot
so
of people
they
too.
Mm.
should have just took that opportunity to implement something else in between, because what's going to happen to when there is no job, because we don't even know when this thing is going to end.
Hmm.
We don't know when it's going to end or when they're going to completely fully up. So what's going to happen? You're going to apply for public assistance, you're going to, and then here we go, exhausting those areas again and going backwards, and
Hmm.
this is not what this was meant for us to be. I think as Black and Hispanics, this was the opportunity to open the doors for us.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So now, for the people who didn't take advantage of the opportunity, what do you say to them?
I mean, they still have time. Like, you can learn a craft, like LLC. It's if you go to anywhere legal
Mm-hmm.
Zoom, it
Shout
costs
out to
you
Legal
about
Zone.
300 and change, to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And you get your paperwork, because you need to get organization papers and stuff like that, so you could be able to get a business account. With your business account, you can get business credit.
Mm.
Like, it's $345 or $399. That if you divide that, I'm sure, I'm gonna tell you and being honest, I probably smoked that or drank that back in the days.
Yeah.
Back in the days, back in the
Back in the
days,
days.
back in the days.
So,
Back
but
in the
just
days.
being honest,
Yeah,
like,
nah, keep it 100.
just being honest, I went partying, you buy a bottle, you
Mhm.
spend $200 on a bottle, so you could use that money and create a foundation in the future for your
For your
children.
children.
It's not just for us any longer. We have to create that foundation for our children. Throughout this process, I even learned about my mother. My mother passed away,
Rest in
and in the
peace.
midst of that, what I did was I went and researched life insurance, because she had like life insurance policy that just paid out not a lot of money. And I went and got my own life policy, now with that, it had, you get AP, you get money back from it. So by the time I'm 80, I got $300,000 back in money and $100,000 in life insurance.
Speaking of life insurance, we have our own resident life insurance agent here.
In the flesh.
Hey, so you should know.
I had to plug that in real
So,
I
quick, bro.
appreciate
I
so you
had
it.
to
I
should
plug
know.
love it.
that
So,
in.
and life insurance is very important. So, because let's say if I passed away right now, I could give $100 to $100,000 to my kids, and still have $300,000, in money that's growth in it.
I don't want to say how much my life insurance is because my daughter is watching me, so she knows if I die, she's gonna get a lot of money. So
But it's something that we need to, our Black Hispanics need to learn
Absolutely.
also about. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we just don't want to leave our kids with that responsibility either.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as life insurance goes,
I have a universal account.
really, really,
Yes.
we gotta talk. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Because my philosophy on life insurance kind of pushes back on universal life insurance
Really? Why is that?
because it's like a scam in the
Hmm.
sense of
Mm.
I'm going to charge you all this money,
Hmm.
right? Because it's typically more expensive than a term life insurance.
Hmm.
I'm going to charge you all this money. I'm going to say that you're saving for later,
Hmm.
right? But now, what ends up happening with universal life insurance is that once it gets to a certain point, the prices go up in terms of your premium.
So no, that mine doesn't. Mine
Okay.
stays the same till I'm 70, and then it continues. I don't have to pay more after
Mhm.
I'm 70.
So now what they'll do is that cash value
Hmm.
that they have, again, they tell you you're not paying for it, but what they're doing is they're going to take that cash value and pay your premiums out.
Okay, but
That's what typically happens with
Ooh,
universal
y'all
life
about y'all
insurance.
listen, y'all
yeah,
getting a lot of
yeah, well, definitely.
y'all gonna get a lot of
but
knowledge today. I'm
but
telling y'all.
I'll show you mine. But
Mhm.
I have a term, which is for the 100,000 is a term, and the other is the life,
You don't
the
need that. I'm telling you right.
Go
I
ahead,
could
Shay.
get you a policy right now for I don't know how much you're paying in premiums. We could talk about that off camera. But for whatever you're paying, I'm almost
Certain.
from what you're telling me about 90% certain I can give you more coverage for less.
Okay, we'll look at it.
Woo, let's
Woo!
go.
Here we go.
Everybody,
Let's
listen, you're not only getting nonprofit, you're not only getting real estate, you're not only getting
life
life
insurance.
insurance, you're not only getting entertainment, you're not gonna, this is a one-stop shop, man. We here.
We here.
Sunday,
We
Soulful
here.
Sunday.
And not only are you getting the energy that she blew the whole shit up, we are here.
I can't. Yeah.
You're gonna come to a Thursday podcast and be like, "Oh, you guys are crazy."
I love it. This is what I need every day.
Yeah, oh, man. I want to go back to opportunities with during the pandemic, and one thing I want to say is with my family alone. My family started about 4 or 5 businesses during this pandemic.
Amen to that. Hey, that needs a clap.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, and I don't want to say that I originated it, but we did.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, take your
I'll
flowers.
say
But
we
yeah, but this is
started
the time.
something.
This was the push. Like I'm tell I was people used to, when I first started on my journey, and I was telling people prior to this COVID, I was talking to people about change. A lot of people were like, "Nah, not her. Like,
Mm.
what happened to her?"
Mhm. Mhm.
Why
and
would they? Why would they say that?
I mean, I come from, awkward background. I've been in trouble and stuff like that, and you know, streets, whatever you want to call it. But I've always had the business knowledge because I worked in real estate, and then I had street knowledge, so I had both. So a lot of people didn't. I never applied the business knowledge to the street knowledge in certain ways because once you leave work, you go back to you go to the streets.
Mhm.
Yeah,
People. Yeah. So
I clocked out. I don't
yeah, I
want to.
clocked out. So what I did was now I combined both of them together because you can't, you know, a I'm gonna say a dangerous person is a person that knows both. You know what I'm saying? As far as business and
Mhm.
streetwise for our neighborhoods and things like that. So when I started applying that common sense to both, to my business and and telling people, let me tell you what these people are gonna do. Let me tell you what the government's gonna do. People like, oh wait, and then it start
Mhm.
hitting people like, oh whoa, she was right. You know what I mean? And people weren't listening, and then now they even started listening, and they're like, "Oh wow, maybe we should listen to
She
her
was really
because
talking.
she's
Mm.
really talking because she knows something." And it's just unfortunate, but this is like it wasn't a time for people to get stuck.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It wasn't a time. All this stuff that even the racism and all this stuff, I think that's just smoke.
Mhm.
You understand? This racism has been going on for a very, very long time, and this is why we needed to uplift
Mhm.
ourselves when we had the chance. When we still have a chance. It's never not a chance not to uplift ourselves. But I think that if you really want some knowledge, you go to Legal Zoom and
Mhm.
start looking and start and whatever business and my biggest advice to anybody: do not do anything that you don't love,
Mm.
because I can go. I have a candle novelty, and it's something that I use every day. I go home, I turn on my candle, I take a shower, put on my loungewear, I sit right in my. So whatever I do is what I can speak about every single day. As far as my nonprofit, I love music. Everybody, I don't sit down. You put music, I don't sit down. Whatever. I love music, so I applied my music, my love for music, and my love to giving back has won. So whatever you do and whatever you feel in your heart, just apply it to yourself because it's something that you are going to learn from and thrive from and grow from. Don't ever do something that you don't want it, that that you're not adamant about, and don't listen to people. Listen to your heart and listen to yourself because you know yourself better than anybody else.
Sunday, damn it. It is
Sunday.
Sunday.
She taking us to church.
Yes,
Word.
because Lord is my savior, and I pray to him every single day, 3 times a day. And that's the only person that I listen to. And whatever he guides me to do and puts in my heart, that's what I do. And I provide it.
I respect that. My next you had something?
No, no, no. I got
All right, cool. Um, have you ever watched Power?
Of course.
Okay, so you're familiar with Ghost and
Hmm.
all right. So now the character Ghost, right? One thing that made him unique is that he started off as, like this drug dealer. He became one of the biggest drug dealers in New York City,
Hmm.
but he tried to make a transition from the street life to the business life, right?
Hmm.
And the people who were closest to him could not accept that, right?
And that happens to a lot. Jay-Z, for instance.
Hmm. Hmm. Exactly.
You know, you have to make that cut. You have to make people have to understand that it's time for you to change. And everybody's not going to make it. Everybody's not going to make that cut. Everybody's not going to understand. Everybody is not going to support you. And I've sometimes I've lost so many friends in my journey, and I'm not even going to say friends. I've lost a lot of associates in
Mhm.
my journey, and it's hard sometimes because it's lonely sometimes. When you choose to serve, and what I mean serve, mean serve God. When you choose to serve and transition your life or do better for others, um, it's hard. People are not going to understand, but it's not for them to understand. It's for you to understand. And if you're good with it, then you will thrive, and then they will
Mm,
see.
Mhm.
They will see, and
mhm.
they would understand.
I just want to be transparent here. When we first started it, there was a point in time where I was like, why are they not? Why are they not supporting us the way that we support this, right?
Hmm.
Right? He had to sit me down and he had to tell me like, yo, it's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but no,
Yeah, you
right?
can't.
I'm like,
You can't.
and
You
I'm
can't.
like,
Yeah.
but I don't want. I'm not saying anything like
I get
that.
it.
But I'm
I
like,
get it.
but no, like it's bugging me. Why? He's like,
But you know what?
it's gonna
You're going.
work.
You're going to see that
Yeah,
whatever you doing, if it's something that's meant for you to do, those people will come to you. You
right.
just told me you got 20 episodes, right? How many?
54 that
No, no,
before
no,
you
no.
came
I'm
and
talking
blew
about.
our shit up. It was 54. We
I
went
said,
a whole
yeah.
year without a problem.
I told you I was gonna blow the spot up.
Oh,
No, I'm saying
No.
you said future episodes. How many you have?
Right now we have a whole month full, 2 months.
mhm.
Like I said, those that would love you will follow you.
Right.
They will come.
No, yeah, right. No, they are now, right? But in the beginning, like you saying, like I couldn't separate the two. And I'm like, why? Because I got people
and
who don't
and
know me
and and you will get tested.
who are
So you're gonna have to learn to like
no,
say no.
I already don't care no more. But at that time, I was like, why are the people who should be supporting me support me? But I met this person last week, and he's on our shit every week,
Yeah.
and I struggled with that until he had to sit me down and say, listen, don't worry about it, we got this, it's okay.
Well, when you change when you ask for growth and you ask for guidance, you will see. You'll see the difference. The people that is meant to be in your life will stay, and
Mhm.
those who are not, they're going to wean out. Have you ever heard of the story of the crab in the bucket,
Mhm.
and how the crab gets out and all?
I know the crab gets on when I grab it and put that shit in
It's
some
so
water.
disgusting. Listen. No, no. But you ever seen when like the crab is trying to get out and all the crabs are trying to pull the crab down?
Yeah.
That's how life is. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to get up, there's people gonna try to pull you down and people trying to uplift you, and you're gonna try to uplift yourself, and you're gonna get to the top as
I'm gonna
long
tell
as you.
people right now, y'all can't never pull us down. We are going up. Don't try to
Ta-da,
pull us nowhere. We
ta-da.
are continuing to strive. Don't try to pull us nowhere. We are going
Yes,
up.
that's it. That's all. That's all you gotta think about life. Like I gotta get to that top. I gotta get to that top. Nothing is gonna hold me down. You know what I mean? That's it. You gotta continue on. Yes, you're gonna have your hard days and you're gonna have your bumps and your bruises, but just keep your focus.
Oh, like that was something that I had to learn. I had to like understand.
I had to learn that late in life, unfortunately.
Mhm.
So, I had to learn that real late in life, unfortunately. But once I learned it, I was on the
I,
road.
I learned to listen. Either you going now, I care
Oh.
about if you're gonna be there or not. Like that's I'm okay with that because if you're not, somebody else will be there. I just had a conversation with somebody and we was talking about some business aspect of what I want to do with this, right? And he was like, I said I want this. He said no, right? And I said okay.
Mhm.
He goes, you're just gonna quit like that? I said, yeah. You know why? Because if you're not there, I'm gonna have somebody else that do it. Trust me. I know
Yeah.
I got so many more people that want to do something with me. I don't really need that at this point in
Absolutely.
time. And then when the time comes, you'll come back. He looked at me. He was like, wow. Like when you see it, you'll come back.
And you
I
know what's,
don't
you
need
know
you
what's
right
the
now.
worst part about it? It be the family.
Mm.
It be the family,
Talk
and it
about
be
it.
the closest friends that want
Yeah.
to support you,
Come on. Come
man.
Mm.
on.
I
Come
got.
Come
on.
I just
on.
gotta go there. I gotta.
That's
But
real.
no, my friend Shay, who's on here, she's always supported me. I just gotta give her a shout out. Thank you.
Shay,
Shout out to
Shay.
Shay.
Shout
Hey,
out
make
to
sure you
Shay.
subscribe to our podcast,
Yeah,
Shay.
come. Shay, matter of fact, what you should do is you should come on 40 Central on YouTube right now and come over here and put us in so we could give you the recognition you deserve. I'm just put your name up here. Let's go.
But
Um,
yeah, sometimes it be the ones that you least suspect, unfortunately. But just keep going.
yep.
Just don't stop. My kids be like, I started like a weight loss thing last year in June, and I lost 30 pounds. And
Hey,
Round of
round of
applause
applause
for
for
that.
that.
people were like, "No, you're not gonna do it." She said, "Hi, guys." She said, "Laugh out loud, Will." But you set your own discipline. I people do not understand how important discipline is. I used to, hate my mom for the
Mm,
discipline, but she entails something in me that is never going to go away. And when I put my mind to something, it's going to get done. And it's a discipline aspect that, you can't take it from you. And if you have that discipline and you have that goal drive now, when I say I'm going to do something, I write it down and map it out. And that's why it's like my business, as far as LaFleur Rose novelty, is so important because I want to teach people to manifest and to when you look at the stuff that you account, I look back at my notebooks and stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, I did all this in 1 year.
That's
Like
how I feel.
I'd be like,
mhm,
That's how
"Ha-
we feel.
yeah, that,
mhm,
and but you know what? That's like you keep that as your artifact. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know how the library is.
mhm,
You like an encyclopedia. It's my encyclopedia. You
mhm.
understand? Because I could always look back, and if I messed up somewhere, I could always go back and be like, where did I mess up at? So that I could fix it. So that's why I feel it's so important. Yes, it's okay to be on the computer. Yes, okay, it is to be on the Instagram and stuff like that. But for your own personal reasons, you need to, write down everything that you accomplish or going or want to accomplish. So when you get it done, you can feel like, okay, I did that.
Vision board.
Yeah, like a
Mm.
vision board, but in a journal. You know what I'm saying? Like in a journal, you write.
That's my journal.
You gotta
he,
have
got,
your.
he
You
writes everything
gotta.
down.
I try. I
He
try.
Yeah.
writes like, yo,
So you
listen.
get you understand
I
what I'm
understand.
Yeah.
saying. So that's why I feel like it's so important for me to share that message with everyone else because we all get wilder and interacting with life itself, and it's like we forget about us. We forget about what we have to do for us, and if we can write it down and get it accomplished one by one, it doesn't have to be like 1, 2, 3 because I was in the midst of COVID and waiting for paperwork, and I just sat there calmly and just waited and but I knew it was coming.
Mhm,
So I was prepping for it. So in the meantime, what I did, I took courses on Instagram. I mean, on YouTube, or I took, event Bright. I took courses.
mhm.
So for
Oh,
event,
they have courses on November?
yes, they
Oh, I never
do.
knew
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
Your
they
mom
do.
sends it to us all the time.
My mom sends it to us, and you open it. I don't
Well, you should
Shout
take
out
it.
to mom,
yeah.
man.
Shout out. She's at a pop up shop right now, and everybody in the Bronx right now, if y'all do want to go, there she's at Confetti on White Plain. I mean, Westchester Avenue. Please, everybody go over there, go buy something if y'all want.
You're not even telling them what
Yeah.
you got to buy.
She has stuff. She has a lot of stuff.
I can't.
Inspirational
Yo.
teas. She got her own line, Me Shoes, Styles of Creation, man.
Yes,
Shout out to
yes.
mom. I actually think my cousin is
Yeah,
there
round of
too.
applause for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out to
think
mom.
Sweet Spot Ginger's there too. I think she's over there. She does candy. She does the breakable hearts. She does all this shit. And shout out to Sugar Mama, man. My other cousin who does sugar cookies, man. I love all you guys. I'm sorry.
I thought
This
you.
this
I
is
thought you said.
Well, I think
I thought
she
you
Sugar
said.
Mama.
I thought you meant your sugar mama.
Nah, I ain't got one. Anybody
Don't get in
wants
no
to be
trouble.
my sugar mama? No, if you want to be my sugar mama, let me know. I'm about to go to the top. If you want to be a sugar mama, hit me up.
You mean you're gonna be a sugar daddy soon?
No, I'm not. They are not getting nothing from me. I'll tell you right now. If y'all want me to be a sugar daddy, not happening. Sugar mamas, call me. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we get crazy.
Yeah,
It's good.
we're
It's good.
trying to
Well,
be
I think
very professional here.
asked your cousin. I think she was at a pop up shop yesterday. The Sweets by Ginger.
Was she?
I think so. I think I met her yesterday.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna
Small
text
world.
her. Yeah, small. She
Hmm.
does. She makes all cakes,
Cake pops and stuff like that.
cakes, all that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Where at?
It was on 221 Bruckner.
Nah, that wasn't.
Oh, that was
Nah,
okay.
I'm gonna ask her though, but I doubt it. But she does a lot of, and she just started this, and it's blowing up like crazy. Like so, shout out to her. Shout out to
Shout
my
out to
mom.
all the women
Shout out
who
to
are small business owners. We deserve an
yes,
applause.
you do. Yes, you
Absolutely.
do.
Round of
So
applause
let's
for that.
speaking about um your business. Um, wait for the applause to stop. Okay, cool. There we go.
Oh wait, they got sweatsuits 40 Central.
Yes, we
Hey.
do. Oh, I like that plug, baby. Yeah, we got. Matter of fact, we got something for you when you get out.
Absolutely.
We got something for you when you leave. But I want to talk about your other business, the novelty. What was it called?
It's called LaFleur Rose Novelty. So I noticed that, people with anxiety or depression throughout this COVID is what is an all-time high. So me knowing that I have anxiety sometimes as far as life expectancies and things that go on around us, I just wanted to be able to uh, show people what I do for mine. And one is working at working at a job, taking care of others. When you get home, you're like stressed out, like, oh my god, and I do finances, so I would be doing the
What?
research.
What? Don't
This is what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm gonna let you guys know on a little secret. Before she got on the show, we was out talking. We were trying to get to know her a little bit. I probably counted 100 things that she does. Like,
So I do.
what
So
don't you do? Can you tell us something you don't do?
I don't take nobody's shit.
Yeah! Let's go. That's the only thing she does. Say that right. If you coming in here with shit, don't
Come here.
Yo,
Yo, she has like 80,000 things that she's doing,
No,
man. And
but
I commend you for that.
but
Because,
the
like,
real estate field, when I started off as a secretary, and within like 2 months, I was already in property management. Within like three
oh,
months, we started off we started off the secretary, just making collection calls to the tenants. He said thought I did so good. Within like 1 month, they was at 35,000. Within 1 month, they was already at 100,000. By the time I became a property manager, they was up to 350,000 in collective rent. So
wow.
out here getting this paper.
We
so I
really
learned
gonna
how
have a
yeah
nice
I learned
conversation
how
after
to
this. We're
yeah I
gonna
learned
learn
how
a
to do
lot of shit.
Section 8 tax credit. So that's where the recertification part comes in at for Section 8. So that's where I became a specialty at, as far as taking buildings that were failing with Section 8s. And because I was a Section 8 recipient also with my mom, my family, I was able to talk to the tenants like, okay, dude, this is what we gonna do. This is what we're gonna do to get this done. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can be able to process the paperwork and get the building back uplifted, get the money. Because if you don't have money coming in the building, you don't have that little play for the kids to play. You don't
Mhm.
have that pool in the summer for the kids to go to. So that's how I looked at my job. So if they didn't have that collective rent, the children wouldn't have a place to,
To do
yeah, they
anything.
didn't want to have a play yard. The company wouldn't have the money. So when I started explaining that to the tenants, like, if you could be mad at the tenant all you want, but the Section 8 pays the rent, which is the city. So why don't you do your part? Do your part, and then, if you can't pay your rent, then we go to court and make a payment plan. But do your part so they could collect the Section 8 money, so then your kids could have something to do and you could have some peace. Everybody doesn't explain things like that, so that's why my job was easy for me to do, and be able to take a failing building and make it a productive building, as quick as I could, because people could understand that.
So go
Yeah,
ahead,
because
go ahead.
I got her
I
on
got a
track
question.
with the other thing. I wanted you to explain the novelty.
Oh, so the
Yeah,
novelty.
that was my.
Oh,
It was
sorry.
my
Yeah.
fault. It
So
was
so
really my fault.
yeah. So the novelty store is basically something that I apply every day. I would come home, I would turn on a candle, I would take a shower, I would put on some loungewear, and I would pull out my journal to write out my plans, my future plans. So I wanted to share that with everyone else, because it's something that helped me in my growth, and that was basically what I
Write it in there so that they can see it.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
that was basically what, got me to where I'm at right now. So, my candles are coconut wax candles. They burn for 80 hours. They're hyperallergenic
What?
and
80
aroma.
hours?
Yes,
Where
they're
can?
they're
Yeah.
they're like vegan wax. So they burn for 80 hours. They're coconut wax. They're hyperallergenic because the coconut wax doesn't have any purifase, which is like, the smoke. It
Mm.
doesn't have perfats. It doesn't have none of that. So if you have asthma or allergies, these candles, they're good for you. Not unlike them other candles have. Like I said, they burn for 80 hours. Um and I have novelty books. The novelty books are written by black authors,
Mm.
and
By
they
the way, we have another black author sitting on the pod too. Yeah, you going up, coming out with your book, man.
Yo,
I'm
you're
plugging
a
you.
published author.
I'm I am a published author,
Oh, you
but
see that?
he is about to come out with a
Yes,
book.
yes, I'm right.
I'm plugging my bro
I
today.
appreciate that,
That's it.
man. Thank you, thank
It's so amazing. I'm just gonna tell you that this is the funny part is like when you're around people, you keep. This is when we just talked about when people don't follow you.
you.
It feels like whatever field I am in, it follows me. The authors, the art libraries,
Mm,
the reading,
mhm.
it's always around me. So when you say that people that don't support you, they're probably not in your field.
Mm.
I'm plugging
That's
all
real.
his
That's
stuff
real.
today. I'm
That's
telling
real.
you that right now.
I
I'm plugging
appreciate
him. Every time she says something, I'm plugging him. He
it.
about to write a book. Y'all better watch out for that shit.
But so I guess that's the Carl part.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Now you got I
exactly.
get it now.
Hmm.
So but yeah, so so their affirmations there they have Bible scriptures on the bottom. Bible scriptures affirmations. So this is
Mm.
not regular affirmations. It's Bible scripture affirmations to help you throughout your process and your growth. Just to uplift you every single day. There's one on the bottom, and they has one that says my life and queen, and just things that uplift you as far as the thing is concerned.
Is it
Oh.
like there's one for every day of the
Every day.
year?
It has I have planners. The planners are for a whole year. And then I have just journals. They're 128 pages. I also have like if you're having a baby, the baby book is from like when you're pregnant all the way to the baby's 18 months. I have also a bridal book, a wedding planner book. So anything to planify your life and make it a little bit easier and not stress yourself out because with everyday aspects, we're constantly stressed out with and tried every day with different things. So
Mhm.
if we could plan our lives a little bit better.
I'm gonna share it
About
with
to put it
everybody so
right
they can
now.
see it.
Yeah, we could plan our lives a little bit better. It causes a lot, less stress, less anxiety to ourselves.
Everybody, right now, this is the
And the
website where
website
you
actually looks
can.
Yeah.
really nice.
Oh, you went off.
No. I just have to take the comment off real quick.
Okay, everybody, look. This is the website where you could go. It's where is it? I don't want to say it wrong. You want to say it?
It's it's LaFleur Rose
La
Novelty.com.
Flor. La
That's
Flor.
the way you can go get the. Oh, there we go. Right there,
Mhm.
you have the journals. You have the. Oh,
This
those
is
are really
nice.
nice. Candles. That's what I want to see right now. I'm gonna order some candles today.
Oh, you
Um,
got a Mother's Day gift box?
I sure
oh,
do.
Mother's Day gift box. Mother's Day right around the corner. Everybody go get your gift boxes. We
Yes,
are definitely
yes,
gonna
yes.
And
spam
if
this
you
and
don't
have
see,
to.
it's nothing else. If you don't see anything, if you see something that you want, if you're in the Bronx, I can bring it to you to wait. That way you don't have to worry about the fees.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will be
okay.
ordering a couple of them from you today.
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna order one for my niece today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will order a couple
Absolutely.
of things. You support us, we
prayer
support
books.
you.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice.
Everybody, please. I know we don't have as much people as we usually have in here, but we will spam this so that y'all could go on her website and order some stuff, please.
Gift diaries, books.
Um,
This
the
is nice.
candles,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, how much are your candles?
So the candles are a little pricey, but like I said, they
It's worth
burn
it.
for
It burns for
30.
80 hours. Y'all better buy the candles. Like,
Exactly.
that's it.
You go to
Like,
bed. They go to Bed
y'all
Bath
go to
Beyond
bed,
and buy
yeah.
7 candles
And that
for
shit fucking,
$80, and it's fucking poisonous and
yeah.
all this
And
other
Zara,
pesticides and
Look,
isn't
stuff
it?
in there.
Yes. So they're two for 50 and one for 25. So but I think they're pretty. To me, it's decent if you're burning them for 80 hours is a long
yeah,
time.
you're
Absolutely.
definitely not burning it all day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Um,
you're gonna like, do they
and
have like scent?
yes, one is Wicked Games and the other one is Mystify.
Wicked Games.
Yes.
I
Yo,
like that one.
that.
The only reason why I like that because I like that song by the weekend.
Yeah, me too.
And
Ah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That is because I just got a guitar, like, and that is the exact song that I want to learn how to play.
So I
Mm,
will be
That's so crazy. Like,
mm.
and there's a room spray. So the room spray, if anybody has anxiety or depression, the room spray relaxes you. It opens up your flavonoids. Your flavonoids are your in the back of your tongue, those a little
what was that
the
called? Flavoroids.
flavoids, yeah, flavoids. flavoids, right? Flavoids.
I don't
So it
know.
has pomerantz in it, and it's made by pomerantz. So pomerantz is it helps you with your relaxation, and opens up your flavoids, which is the little dots that you have in the back of your tongue, which is for your nose, throat, and ear, and it helps you be relax. So people.
Wow.
I'm gonna buy this and put this in my office when the kids come around. Get away, get away, get away. Messing up my aura.
You fucking up my aura.
Yeah,
Get
you're
out of
messing
here.
up my aura. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. Go back to class.
They be like, "Where you get that
Yeah,
from?"
we're gonna direct them right to the site, right to the
Oh,
site.
Word.
my nephew's on.
Hey,
Hey,
What's his
Mikey.
name? What's his name? Let's shout him
Mikey.
out. Mikey,
Shout
what's
out
up?
Mikey.
Shout out
Mikey in
Mikey.
the
Mikey,
building.
come to 40 Central on YouTube right now. Subscribe, please. We love you.
Absolutely.
Again, everybody. We need everybody. We need all the subscribers we can get.
But yeah, so basically that's it. So that my novelty lounge is just to relax you. It's just something that I use for myself. And I think for self care, we always need to take just 1 hour a day. If you're a parent, if you're in the industry or you're working, we have so many challenges every day that some of us forget that without us taking care of ourselves, we can't give to other people.
Right.
So if we're dry, we can't overspill. Even God says that if you can't give back to others, if you don't have, you can't give back to others. So how can you serve Him?
So do you make them yourself or?
No, so I will be. What happened was it's a coconut wax. So I didn't really. This first time I was trying to learn how to do candles, and I was just messing it up. I'm be honest with you. So I spoke to a friend of mine who these candles are. The actual makers are the W Hotel candles. So I spoke to him and he was like, "Okay, I'll help you make the candles." He made them for me because I wanted them a certain way. And like I said, as Black and Hispanics, I have a son who was a constant asthmatic, and I was like, "No, I don't want to give something to someone that
I
it's
can't
gonna."
use. That you can't use.
Yeah, I can't use. It doesn't make any sense. So, I spoke to him. He agreed. So we made it a business agreement, and this is one of the things that I did with my money. I said no, this is something that I want to do. But now I will be taking classes now to create my own. But this is my own line anyway because it's my own creation, but my own variety of candles for maybe a little bit cheaper than $30. You know what I'm saying? As far as this, because they're pricey. And people a lot of people don't understand why they're so pricey, but it's because
Mhm.
health wise, and coconut wax is the best wax to use for that reason.
Wow. That's good to know.
So how did like the other candles that people typically get? Like how is it not healthy?
Um, I, it's not that
It's not
if you have
made by LaFleur
allergies,
Rose.
yeah, that too,
There you
that
go.
too,
There you go.
that too. But if they're not natural ingredients, how can anything not be healthy?
Mm.
That's just life in general. If it's not a healthy ingredient, how can it be healthy to your mind, body, and soul?
Kind of like milk.
Kind of like milk, yes.
Okay.
I
So
hate milk.
Hate milk. I used to love milk.
I've never drank
so
milk.
milk,
Well, I'm lactose,
it's
so
a
I couldn't drink milk.
good. That's very good. That's because
I
most
know, but
likely
this
it's
is the
because you're
thing. This is the
Hispanic.
thing about milk.
Wait.
This is the thing about
That's a
milk.
good thing.
Yeah, milk,
That
bro. You know where milk comes from? They just consistently get the
No,
fucking
listen to me.
the cow's
Let,
pregnant.
let me
Like
let me tell you why.
to
Thank you, my
have
love.
milk.
Let me tell you why milk and cheese products, our bodies are not. Black and Hispanic people are not meant for that. We come from island. We're island people,
And pork.
and your choice of meat is different. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna say
I
to
love
you
pork, but it's not
that
good for you.
we can't consume things, and this is what I was preaching before COVID. You can't consume things that create inflammation and mucus, like Dr. Sebi said.
Mhm.
Can't consume things that create mucus and inflammation, because the majority of the people that are passing away right now are dying of what? Mucus and inflammation.
That's what they done for? Shit, I ain't
That's
even
what COVID is. COVID is a protein molecule.
Oh shit. All right, now this is getting scientific. Are you a doctor too?
She does
Word. Like I gotta know because but no, I think you raise a really good point. A lot of our communities don't know, the effects of the things that we put into our
Yes.
bodies. I work in education and I have kids that come in with Arizona bottles and Doritos for breakfast.
Yeah.
And part of it is because, a lot of them can't afford a quality breakfast in the morning, but also at the same time, a lot of them just don't know. Like I was brought up, I was a bodega kid, bacon, egg, and cheese,
Mhm.
Arizona. If that's what I wanted in the morning, that's what I was gonna get, and
Okay.
that's what everybody in my circle got. You got a bacon, egg, and cheese, or you got a bagel with cream cheese, or
Arizona was $1.
Arizona was $1 back then. So it's like
They
that's
still
how
a
you
dollar.
got, yeah, and that's how you got yourself ready in the morning.
Well,
But who knows the implications of what
I
that
used to
food?
okay.
drink
So I was one of
Arizona
those
every
kids.
day.
I was one of those kids, and I learned by the way I lost my 30 pounds was I fast. I fast for 12 hours. I could fast
Hey.
for 12 hours and I consume for 12 hours, and sometimes I fast for 16 hours and only consume 8. I'm able to eat what I want to eat in between those. I work out 3 times a week. Light workout, not like
Mhm,
you know what I'm saying,
Not a
but a light
bodybuilder.
workout, and that's what's came my weight off. You know what I'm saying? I drink, my my water, but cheese. I'm not saying that I don't consume it, but if I do, I probably consume vegan cheese.
mhm.
Um, cheese and eggs and milk are it's they form inflammation and mucus in us.
Wow. And we love some scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
I don't even eat eggs that much.
So
I don't eat eggs. I don't drink milk. If I go to
so
the
a
store get a
protein
sandwich, I
so the
get small
protein
cheese.
molecule that I was talking about as far as COVID is concerned, so you could imagine an egg has the white part is the protein, so you can't separate that. So imagine that mucus in your lungs.
Wait. The white part of the egg,
Hmm.
when you consume that, that creates
No,
inflammation.
no. What I'm saying is a protein molecule. So you know the protein part of the egg
Mm,
is what, the white part, right? The
yeah.
mucus part.
Okay.
The mucus part, right?
Mm.
Imagine that mucus in your lungs, and
Hold,
that is the COVID.
hold on, hold on. So egg whites is
Oh.
not good?
No,
Ah.
I thought egg whites was the more
no.
That's
better
what I.
part of the egg.
Well, I mean, if you're working out and you're trying to consume protein, yes, it is. It is. If you're trying to gain weight, it is. But it
I'm trying to lose weight. You see this
but for
gut?
us, but for us,
Yeah.
if you're, I at one point I was weighing 193 pounds. That was not good for me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't consume any more mucus in my body. I was
Mhm,
swollen. I wasn't
Mhm,
even like I'm always been thick body wise and stuff, but I was swollen.
mhm.
And once I started drinking, taking CMOS, I'm getting my
mhm.
CMOS soon.
Oh, I got a
From the
little.
pharmacist from the
Hey,
Bronx, gotta holler at him.
hey.
He just text me. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, you got you eat. So when I eat in the morning time, what I do is I eat fruit or a smoothie with no milk,
Mm,
just with water
mhm,
or coconut water. That's it, and pure fruit. That's no skin. And then I'm able to eat a big lunch. I could eat whatever I want, and
mm.
then at nighttime it's a small meal
So when do you fast then?
every day,
Like,
12 hours a day every day.
but you eat 3 meals a day too?
Yeah, I'm able to eat 3 meals a day. So I fast from 7 to 7. So if I get up at 7, I'll eat fruits, fruits in the morning time. Around 1, I'll have lunch, and then around 5, I'll have dinner.
So you just don't eat after 7.
I just don't eat after 7, and
Okay.
except for water.
Okay. Because I'm doing Ramadan right now,
Hmm.
and so we don't eat or drink as long as the sun is out.
Yeah.
So from about 4 in the morning to about
7:40.
7:45
Hmm.
ish at night. And but at night you can consume whatever you want.
Whatever. Which is, so it's 16 hours. So you don't you fast for 16 hours and you consume for 8, right?
Mhm.
Basically the same thing. So sometimes when I feel like my body is getting too, I don't feel well, I feel sick or something.
Mhm.
That's when I start fasting like that, 24 hours, 48 hours, because our
24 hours?
yes,
Wow.
yes,
Isn't that what people are supposed to do though?
I
yes,
fast
your
I've been
yeah.
fasting for probably like 4 months. Like I eat like one big meal a day, and I drink a lot of water. Um, I'm trying to do the Ramadan stuff with him. It's kind of hard for me because my son be putting grapes in my mouth.
Yeah, but
He
the
be like,
fruit.
Shout out to
"Look,"
Cole.
yeah. Every time he takes a bite, he's like, "Daddy, bite." And I'm like, "All right, I
Yeah.
gotta take a bite." But most of the time I don't. And then today I'm only drinking this right now because we have a special guest on the show. So, but usually at this point in time, I would have not eaten, I would have not drank, I would have done anything.
Yeah.
But
But mentally, physically, and emotionally wise, we are supposed to be aligned.
mm,
So an alignment is your mental, your spirit, and your soul, like
your
all together.
chakras.
Yeah, your chakras together. So if you're, so when people like, first I was telling you, I was seeing angels numbers all the way down.
Mhm.
That's an alignment. You know what I'm saying? That's letting me know I'm in alignment somewhere, like I'm doing good, like whatever I'm doing it the correct way. And the we want to talk about the God or the universe, or however you want to say it, but it's responding to what we're giving out. Thank you, love.
So, you know what I see every day? 22. What does that mean?
It's 22. You gotta have 22, 22. Like,
I see all that shit everywhere.
yeah, it means it
Everywhere.
means that you're in alignment, that you're in your present moment.
I hate that number.
So when you have anxiety, you're in your future moment. When you
Mm,
have depression, you're in your past moment.
Say that again.
that's interesting. I
Yeah,
never
say
thought
that
about
again real quick
that.
because
That's
I
really
need to
interesting.
try to feel that.
So when you're in alignment,
Right.
you're in your present moment.
Okay.
When you're in your anxiety, you're in your future moments, and when
Mm.
you're depressed, you're in your past moments.
So is that why people are like clumsy people are like not aligned, right? Is that why?
No. No, they said
That's what I, that's what
Yo.
I,
no,
that's,
they're
that's
just
what I took away
clumsy.
from
No,
that.
their core is off. They need to do some core exercises.
Bro, there just be people that just be falling for no reason.
They
and
need
shit
some
like that.
planks in their life.
Holy shit. No.
That's what that is. They need some planks. They need their cores off.
I'm about to say I thought clumsiness could be fixed, but
I learned I
apparently
learned I learned about your chakras from Avatar.
that's a
Yeah.
great cartoon. Shout out to
That
Avatar.
was that.
That's
That's
my
how I
favorite
learned
cartoon.
about like opening up your body and meditating
And
and
people
opening up
don't
your
think it's
chakras. Like,
serious, but it is. I mean, I've learned so much in the last 2 years. So
Mhm.
I when I lived down here with all four of my kids, and I decided one day I was like, oh, I can't do this adult thing with these kids no more. Let me go. I love y'all, but I gotta go. But in the process of it, everybody's different. I became disciplined, and I asked God, what did He need from me, and it was discipline. And in the discipline, this is where I created and learned from all these things, that stuff that I've never learned about before, because it's not taught to us. And in one way or the aspect, discipline is always inflicted on us, but not in the correct way. And that's something that I feel like, like how you said, you see the kids with the potato chips and the things. We had my grandson. I switched his milk to oat milk. In the
Mhm.
morning
I like
time, he
oat milk.
he he eats fruit with me. You understand? So we gotta switch it up.
Like that's what I do with
Even
my
if it's
son.
even if they once they get out there, of course they're going to be inflicted by the society within itself. But as soon as we get our children back from that society, make sure that we keep them in there in alignment. And it doesn't mean in a physical sense I'm beating up on your kids.
Mhm.
It means that keeping them mentally.
You could beat
I had to learn that. I ain't gonna I had to
She
learn that.
caught me. I was trying to do that shit on the low.
I'm a mom. Look.
You should fucking kid. No.
But we have to get our kids in sync.
Yeah. So my son had like from like an iron deficiency for a little bit. And they was like, you gotta give him milk. My son don't even like milk,
No.
Mm.
right? Cole hasn't drank milk. He only time he drank milk was because of the formula when he needed to drink it when he was a baby, right?
Mhm.
And doesn't drink any milk now. You know what we did? We just upped up the fruits and the raisins that
Yeah.
he eats
Just
and
do your homework.
yeah,
Look online and see what fruits create more
yeah.
iron,
We
or
brought
what
him.
vegetables.
Yeah, we brought him to the doctor a month later. And they was like, "Yo, this shit is like crazy to the roof. How did you do?" I said, "It's diet."
Hmm.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like
Exactly.
you give him that, and now Cole loves donuts. This is new shit for some reason. I don't know why the fuck he loves donuts, but he will pick grapes, or he'll be like, "Daddy, I want grapes." Well, I want an apple, or give me a banana.
Yeah.
And he's only 2, so right now, all his most of his like throughout the day snacks is all fruits,
Yeah.
and then fucking donuts.
Mhm.
He goes, "Go to the store, buy me donuts." He's 2.
Hmm.
I'm like, "I'll buy you donuts."
But buying vegan donuts, they're the same. They're delicious. They
Where
really
can you
are.
get vegan donuts
Yeah,
from?
Yeah. In
I'm not
Connecticut.
gonna lie to you.
I
The
gotta bring you some from Connecticut next
Yes,
time.
yes, yes,
Yes,
please,
yes.
please.
Not gonna lie to you. The coffee shop up the block, they have very good vegan donuts.
They have very good food.
Do they?
Oh my god.
Kev used to bring me donuts all the time.
Yeah,
Yes, the coffee bar.
it's all they
Yeah.
do is supplement. Like, I made mac and cheese one time. Instead of using carnation milk, I used coconut milk.
Just
Just
as fine.
just as fine. As a matter of fact, it was more buttery.
Ooh.
Buttery.
Buttery.
Are you good with like finding the meaning of dreams?
I they say that if you remember your dream, it was a message.
Hmm.
Okay. Can I tell you about a dream that I had?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, tell me because I'm good at
I
this.
told you. Oh, I told you about it though.
Which one?
About the chameleon.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what
I
the fuck
still
that
can't figure it out.
The chameleon is change.
It was a green chameleon.
If you,
I
I
had a
look,
dream that I was sleeping.
but did you if you look up if you look up chameleon, it changes with around its uh circumstances or surroundings. So maybe that's who you are. Everybody can't do that.
Mhm.
So
I
that's
don't
a
know.
blessing.
I remember. I remember because I
So
told you
like
what
just
I
like
thought it
look,
was.
Yeah.
you can sit up
I
here and do a book, go to school,
life insurance
life insurance,
True.
podcast
podcast,
Mhm.
author.
author.
Mhm.
What else?
Oh, you want me to keep going?
No, no, no.
No, I'm
Oh, I
just
could keep going.
so if you don't think that you're not a
Non-profit.
chameleon,
Yeah.
something is wrong.
Mm. Okay. Thank you. I
You
appreciate
want me to keep going?
No, but yeah, you can.
I could keep going.
that. Yeah, 'cause I had that dream, and it was one of those like dreams that I could remember like moment by like some dreams you remember like bits and pieces,
Mhm.
but that one like I remember moment by moment. I was sleeping, I was watching myself sleep because I was dreaming,
Mhm.
and the chameleon like was climbing on the tree. It looked at me, and it jumped on the window, and it kept like trying to break through the windows, punching the window, punching the window. So I got scared. I jump up, I pick up the broom, I'm swinging it at the window. So now I'm swinging it at the window, hitting the window. He's hitting the
You
hitting the
like
thing.
let me in.
Yeah, and it's like
But
then
you
it
don't,
just fell off.
but you don't get it. He's letting like life is telling you, let me in. There's more change. There's more change.
No, you
Let
know what
me
the
in.
crazy thing is?
And
Now
you
that
want to fight it.
you know what I think about now? Now that you say that you brought it back up, ever since then, you know how much you changed? Ever
I've
since
changed.
then, yeah.
Ooh.
Now that I'm gonna think about this, right?
Wait,
Ever
wait,
since then,
wait.
Oh, the,
all right, cool. Let's hear this. Ever since then, because that was like about a couple months ago,
You see
right? You
that?
right? We became we this shit became bigger.
true,
You started your life
And you wanted to
insurance.
beat it up
true.
You
with the
started
broom.
you
I tried. I tried.
you started your other endeavor in life insurance and everything like that. You started your nonprofit. You started everything that you want to do, that you want to be a chameleon. Ever since then, that thing you have
You
changed.
see? Shout out to,
Now that I see it,
wait,
it's
shout out to Iron Best, the beast.
what
Now
was
I need
that?
to get him back on. You getting to get him
What's
in
his
here.
name?
I am best. He raps like gospel rap.
Gospel
Oh,
rap, gospel
okay.
rap. We need that. My uncle's a
Yeah,
pastor,
facts.
man,
We
so
definitely
we
need
could do
that.
that.
Mhm.
You know what you need
He
to do?
tells
You
the
need to.
truth.
You know what you need to do? I am bad.
I am Bass the Beast.
I am Bass the Beast, man. Come on, 40
He will
Central
be coming
YouTube
to.
right
He'll
now.
be coming to the showcase of not fundraiser.
Okay. When is that? Is when is that?
June 6th.
June 6th. Yeah, we could definitely show some
I
Definitely
sent
support
you
show
the
up.
and
flyer.
pull up. Yeah, I got the flyer.
Yeah,
I'll put it
we
on the
also gonna
page.
post it in our Facebook chat
Yeah.
and so that we have 1,000
Oh,
Oh,
followers
okay.
on
it's
there.
bass. Oh, excuse me, bass like the drum. My
Oh,
apologies.
I'm sorry. I am Bass the
Ah.
Beast.
So yeah,
Bass the Beast coming to YouTube right now. 40 Central, one word on YouTube. Come over there and come talk to us. Um, we will post that up. We will and I'm probably not doing anything that day, so I will definitely show
It's
up.
a Sunday, so I wanted to do it like how a typical family runs a
Mhm.
Sunday, which is come in, chat. Some of the speakers will be on, and then the entertainment, which after you start talking to your family, you want to listen to some music and chit
Mhm.
chat some
Listen,
more.
if you want to book us, we are
You could come, yes.
available. If any
That would be
bookings, we
dope.
are available.
That would be
Let's
dope.
go. It's June 6th. I would love it. Live too. I would love it. And then we'll be having Sunday dinner, which
Oh, nice,
Ooh.
yeah.
nice. Let me see if I have all my kids.
Bring
Oh,
the kids.
yeah,
I gotta make
facts. I
sure.
could definitely
I
bring.
have a lot.
You have a lot of kids?
No, I have too much.
Wait, so for the showcase, is it like you go from neighborhood to neighborhood and get artists from that particular community, or do you have a set of artists? How does that?
So I days on halfway joined. I reached out to a couple of people who I already know that would like to perform. I'm having a little bit of, because it's a domestic violence. I encourage male performers to please come perform. This is not everyone. It's not domestic violence. It's not a gender preference. It happens to everyone. So I think been having a little bit of hard time of getting male, male genders to perform. But
You only
please,
want
you are
males?
encouraged.
You only want males?
No, I want everybody.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I want everybody, but right now I have 7 females
Oh,
and three
okay.
and three spokespeople. So
I got a male that'll
yeah.
definitely
I
show
mean,
up.
it's for
I might have
fundraising.
I
It's
might have somebody too.
let's raise our voice for our communities. That's how I want to say it. I want people to come and hear music, because I have a great foundation of followers that are particularly my friends
Okay.
also, Carl, Ralph McDaniels, so it's a good platform. So you're going to be on whatever, whatever you do for me, because you're actually doing me a favor to perform. I'm going to give you a chance to, put you on my page.
Mhm.
People watch your music. It's a vice versa thing here.
Yeah, yeah. One hand wash the other.
Yeah,
Always,
both hands wash the face.
always.
Oh, see, I never thought of that.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. You wash your hands with, I mean, you wash your face with both your hands?
Yeah,
Of course you do when you're in the shower.
you don't.
What you mean?
It's got to wash. I mean, I got a big hand, so
I got I got big hands. So,
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I didn't know people use two hands to wash.
No, you want you wash
Mhm.
the one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. Or you go but so you give you both hands wash your body, whatever the fuck you want to say.
That's true. I mean, you learn something new every day.
Uh,
So yeah, so basically
you looking at
now we went into the washer thing. Basically I'm going back and forth like but just males, please, you are welcomed. I would like to have at least 15 artists, if I can. So far I have 7.
Does it have
But
to be music?
No, it could be poets. It could be anything that attributes to our culture. Period.
Mm.
and is there like a specific like age range?
No, no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Um.
I started late. God didn't to push me over. He said, "No, you go now, baby."
There we go. There we go.
How did the David Chauvin trial affect you?
Do I have to answer that?
You don't.
If you don't want to, we don't have
I
to talk
will
about it.
though, because I really want to speak on it. Everyone in America saw this man kill this man. If they did not find a, what was it, a guilty verdict,
Guilty verdict.
Black and Hispanics people would have lost it.
Mhm.
It's just that simple. This was a common sense. So for you to see that it was a guilty verdict, you should have known better.
I kind of was surprised that they gave it.
No,
Well, know why?
no,
It took too long.
no.
It was an open and close. It was an open and close like
But
case.
they
It
have
should
this.
have been
Either way, they have to have a trial for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, whether
16 days. 16 days
yeah.
for us. You didn't even need anybody's
Once
testimony.
again,
All you
once
needed was the
again,
video.
once again. This is why the lights shut off when I walk in. The
Cause she came
government.
over here and she gave the energy. Shut our whole shit down.
The government.
Yeah, yeah.
This is why I say everything is a smokescreen, because if you did not, we saw him kill George. I didn't even watch what he was doing. I literally watched George body, what his how his reaction. I did not watch this man's foot. I watched George the whole entire 8 minutes. Do you understand? So people like me who've been traumatized in life and seen things in the streets, that's what we watch. There was no way that if they didn't find a guilty verdict, that the people who watched that same scenario like I did would have thought that that was going to be
But
okay and live with it.
and this is my thing
It would
though.
have been crazy out here. I'm sorry.
This is
And I'm sure that they don't want it, the disruption right now, because they got this COVID shots. They want to get that COVID money.
Mhm.
You got to open up your
but
mind.
this is my thing, and I like what they were saying when they was out there after that. One is not enough, right?
Never.
We have to continuously say okay, this is not enough. This is we have to we need more because okay, you got that blue line which you guys protect,
Mhm,
but it's not fair.
mhm.
So yeah, we have one. So and as our community, sometimes we just want to be included. Like we just want us to be like yeah, us too. Like so one is not enough, right? Now we need to continuously say "Guess- give us more because there's other people on
Yeah,
trial,
no,
right?
I
And
agree.
if they get off and we are just happy about this one, we're fucking
Well,
ourselves in a
also,
sense.
also, you have to look at a lot of the factors. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're not giving all. We're This is something that was given to us, and we all saw it. So that was a given. You
Mhm.
understand? And when I say it was a given, it means they gave it
Yes.
to us. Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
there's other people who are on trial that we have not been given that opportunity to see. And that's why we don't advocate as hard as we do for those because we haven't got the full or we got the media perception of
But
it.
but we should give
We
our all.
should, but we don't. So
But that's
that's why there's so many platforms. Like for instance, we were talking about something that you asked me, what should I talk about? Let everybody aware. There's been 232 children who have been killed or injured in crossfires of gunfire
yep.
in our streets
Mhm.
since January. Where is that at? Why are we not
Like
being told that?
like the little girl that got shot. What was her name? I wish I could remember her name, and I
Is
don't
it
want
me?
to get it wrong,
Yeah, I don't
so I'm not gonna
understand.
say it. But
So I live
she,
by the little boy, the 3-year-old in Hartford
yeah,
that got killed. So my question is, and I'm gonna throw them out there because
yeah, yeah.
moms in demand called me and they was like, "Could you advocate for us?" And I was like, "No." I
Shout
was
out
like,
to moms in demand.
"No, that shout out not to moms in
Oh, not the
demand.
man. Oh, I thought
No,
you
You
said
said
they.
no.
no,
I thought she meant like they. Oh,
no."
sorry.
And I told them I was just like, "I'm not." I'm not, are you going to the lady's house? Are you going to go talk to the victim's mom?
Uh,
Are you going? What are you going to do for the? What are
all
you
right,
going to do for the
real quick. I'm
neighborhood?
sorry because I thought you meant like it was they advocated to you to do something good. So
Yeah,
so
they
they
did
don't
advocate.
want.
I know they did advocate for me to come and talk about my experiences, but I don't want to talk about my past experiences. I want my best friend got killed by her boyfriend, shot and killed on her birthday. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about what you are doing for our communities. All you're
Mm,
doing is sitting there getting your federal money, sitting at home on Zoom calls. Get up, go to these neighborhoods.
oh,
Oh,
let's
now
go.
we
Let's
really
go.
getting
Now
we
we really
really getting
going.
into it.
And
Let's
that's and
go.
that's and I show you the texts. That's exactly what I told her. Are you going to go to the lady's house? Are you going to go bring funding to the lady? Oh, we're not allowed to do that. So are you going to go to the lady's house? Oh, due to the COVID, so put on a mask like everybody else does.
Hmm.
If you're not advocating for these people out here, do not ask me to come on and talk about my give you my voice because you're just not going to be
Oh,
heard.
let's go. Let's
Wow.
go. Let's
No,
go.
that's real,
Let's
and I
go.
think that that's the part that a lot of our people miss is that we still have to be boots to the ground.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We still
And
have.
I'm not bulging. I'm not a politician. I'm
Mhm.
not with the politics. So I'm here to help the actual people, the people who are going through the problems, who are
Hmm.
going through the stress.
Mhm.
I'm not here to stand on a platform. And this is when you send that song. I'm not here for the fame. I'm here for the people. That's what I'm here for.
Let's
I'm
go.
not here for that. I'm here to serve God, and that's it. Like I'm here to serve. So if you calling me to hear my voice so that I can be a oh, she's Hispanic and she's been through it all and she's been in
Mhm.
neighborhoods that been people get killed. Yes, I have. And what have you done for me?
Mm,
Nothing. What have
mm,
you done for my neighborhood? Nothing.
mm.
Nah, I think that's real. I
Yeah,
think
it
that's
is.
real. Because especially with dealing with politicians, right? So like even with this whole thing with trying to get our basketball courts
Hmm.
renovated, like we've gotten phone calls from two about three politician political offices that are like, okay, like we want to help you guys. We see what you're doing, but
Yeah,
it's
what they're
like
gonna do? Come take pictures?
Mhm.
exactly. So like one of the and this is exactly what I was told from. I'm not even gonna say the name, but we'll do it. We'll get the stuff. We'll let you know when we're ready to do an event to showcase
Hmm.
what we're doing for the neighborhood. And I'm just like, that's cool, but they need to be done now. Like why are we waiting? Like I don't understand that.
Because that's what it is, and it's unfortunate, but it happens every day. This is our system, and that's why when you ask me about the George situation, It's our system.
Mhm.
And what are we doing about it?
The thing that hurts me the most about this whole David Shelvin thing. I mean, I'm glad he got the 30 years. Should have got life. Maybe even the
He
electric
didn't get
chair.
nothing yet.
Oh, so they're waiting. They're
Yeah,
waiting on that. He's
yeah. He's
facing 30,
facing 40 years.
facing 40
Mhm.
years. But and this just hit me as we're having this conversation now, and you guys were talking about like kids and things like that. Like, I feel bad that
Well,
our
wait, let me say
go
something
ahead.
to you. So, being that it was called a racism, why he's not facing capital murder?
Is that why?
He should. It's
No, no. That was the reason why he's not
no,
facing
I'm
capital
saying
murder.
this is what we fought for. We fought that it was a racist act. So why is he's not facing capital?
I don't know
So
that. I
that you have to always, oh, my phone down. You always ask
what
the
kind of phone you got?
iPhone. So you have to always a- question stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like we fought for racism. Isn't that what we was out in the street for?
Hmm. But like I also think that what you said earlier was really insightful. It's like it's all smoke and mirrors. Like they want us to believe that
Hmm.
this is like this is one of the only problems that we have, and it's
Yeah.
not.
No.
We have more than just racism in this country. Like
Yeah. But then
you got another one?
this this
Nah, my other wire doesn't work.
this is the problem too. That this is why I say that, like you said, the chameleon part. You took you took that. Well, whether it was a message or not, it was applied to your life one way or the other. You're making the necessary changes. So when you have a child, your child is not going to go through what you have to go through. Like my children, I have 4 children. My daughter has 2 degrees.
Hey.
She's a correctional
Shout
officer.
out to her.
My
What's her
daughter,
name? Let's shout her out.
no, she's a correctional
Oh yeah.
That's smart. That's smart. Look,
You're
mom's is
right.
on point. Mom's
Like
is on
we're
point.
sorry,
but
sorry.
I'm very proud of her.
Yes.
I came from the streets. I came with no high school diploma. At the age of 25, I went back to school, got my high school diploma. I got 2 years college. Then started doing the real estate thing. So I just self-educated and going on to get to where I had to go. People jobs, people thought that I wasn't going to get up to making $70,000, $75,000 a year. But then I was still doing, unnecessary things too that cost me that. So that's what you said about picking and choosing who we let go and who we put on. I didn't know that till late in life. I didn't figure it out that no, these people are not for me. Like, so and when I figured it out, it was goats. I've been 100 ever since.
Round of
But
applause for
I
figuring
know.
it out.
Yes. So
yeah,
like right now, my daughter is in 12. So I sit down and have conversations about a lot of these things, and I
hmm
just want her to understand, like, listen, like you say, your children is not gonna go through what you went through,
yeah,
so you teach them the way, right?
yeah, the different way. Yeah,
So right now with my daughter, my son is only 2. He's not. He obviously he doesn't
it hasn't
understand
been
what's going
affected yet.
on. He's not. It doesn't affect him in a way that I see, but
Hmm.
eventually it possibly can.
Hmm.
But I just got to sit down and have this open communication with my kids. Like this is what it is. Like
Yeah.
my like I'm Puerto Rican. My
Hmm.
best friend is black.
Yeah.
My mom's husband is a black man,
Hmm.
and my son is a little white boy. You know what I mean? And you know what? He don't see that. He sees that that's his
Well, my
grandfather.
kids are my
You know.
kids are Jamaican and Irish and I'm Puerto Rican. So,
When he sees him, he doesn't see anything but that's my grandfather.
but he
That's
hasn't
my
he
husband.
hasn't been inflicted with
Yet,
life
yet,
itself,
Mhm.
yep.
society with
And then when
itself.
they
So,
see him and my step pops goes to pick him up from school one day and he's like, that's your grandpa? Yeah.
mhm.
Like I gotta tell them now. My daughter understands it. It's a now thing, but you're gonna understand. Like
Yeah.
eventually, it's gonna like I'm nervous for the generation now.
Yeah.
Like I am
I'm not actually nervous because I think that the parents who are raising kids right now and them seeing this, if they have an open, meaning they're centrated open, their eyes, I don't know what to say. Like, this is an eye opener for everyone.
okay. So I said this before. Um, there is with the Black Lives Matter movement or cops killing black men
Hmm.
or whatever like that. And I said to and I'm I said I'm never gonna explain this to somebody ever again. If you don't see it, I don't want to explain it to you that means you don't want to see it anymore.
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
like, I don't have to tell you anything. It's right there.
Mhm.
And if you can't see that, then we don't have nothing to talk about. You
Yeah.
can just don't
But you
bring it up to me.
also have to look behind what you see too, because I I read something the other day which really was like, wow. Writers and media are perceived to help us make decisions in life. So when you see the media, it's to they help you make
Yeah.
decisions in life. So that's why I say, you got to look behind the smoky mirrors, because if you got to you have to have this is a special word, discernment. And if you don't have teach your kids discernment, meaning that they're able to see and not judge,
Hmm.
and and just take in the information and don't let it consume them.
Can I can I tell you about a time where we was downtown and they literally looked at us like we was a piece of shit? You remember that?
I remember that vividly.
We went to he's black,
Mhm.
Spanish, right? We went downtown to go get stuff that we needed. So we're like, you know what? I say, yo, let's go and stop into the store real quick because I want to get something. Once we got in the store, they was like, oh, what do you guys want? And I was like, I'm looking because I wanna buy some stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not
Mhm.
gonna say what it was. I'm not gonna say who were the people that looked at
Mhm.
us and racially profiled us. And we go into the store or whatever like that. They was like, oh, you only could be in here if you have your tax ID. So I said, okay, and got my tax ID.
Mhm.
Oh, but what do you guys want? And it made us feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And like a dick that I am, I continued to I continued to go inside and even though they made me feel uncomfortable, I'm gonna make them feel uncomfortable. So I went inside and I walked around and I looked,
And that's what you're supposed to do.
right? And long story short, they made us feel really
But that's what you're supposed to do.
right.
You're supposed to, if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, you're supposed to mirror their actions, not
Hmm.
not threaten their actions,
No,
but mirror their actions.
Mm.
So somebody tells you you can't come in here and you have all rights to be there. I'm going to stand there and I'm
yeah,
not going to move.
I,
I'm not creating a commotion or confusion, but my right is to be there. So I would have just
yep.
went right in
No,
there,
I
and I
started
would I
picking
would
out
have
shit.
shopped.
I started I started I started telling them, yo, how much is that? Oh, this is that. Okay, cool. How much is that? You know,
I just think that people listen to me. I get a lot of judgment, and I just think that people, when they look at you, they either look at you as a threat, or they look at you like a self image of who they want you to be, or something. You know what I mean? So I'm just never been the type of person, and like I've grown to not tough skin. I'm not gonna say that, because tough skin means that you can't show love,
Mhm.
but I've grown enough to know that I can now perceive and see people for who they are, and if they look at me in a certain way, it's mean because they're looking at themselves, and that's here, or maybe they want to be able to do the things that I wanted that I'm doing. I don't know, but it's not my problem. You understand? So I'm not going to step down to, if somebody makes me feel uncomfortable. That you make yourself feel uncomfortable. I'm not making. No one can make me feel uncomfortable. I'm going walking right up in there with, how much is
yep. You have anything?
that?
You have anything to say about that?
uh, nah. I
and
mean,
and I have a son who's black, and he's 6'4". He weighs 250 pounds. So I get it.
mm,
Sometimes you
She
don't
showed
want.
us pictures. He's
Yeah.
really that big.
I walked I walked into the school. They be like, "Who's this little Puerto Rican butt lady?" His mother.
I mean, that's
but
crazy. But just that store in general, I just felt like it just wasn't for
but
a
you
place for us to
but I get it. You don't want to give them that energy, but
be. Yeah.
you can't let people like that take your energy, and that's something that we have
But
to stand for. You can't allow.
also, that makes me not want to go spend my money. You
Yeah,
know
I'd
what I
rather
mean?
go to the
Like, I
competitor.
could go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, but
Like,
listen to me. Listen to me. You don't have to spend your money, but you also don't have to leave either.
no, no, I ain't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we was there. We
Nah, we
stood
was
there.
in there. We
Yeah.
was. I
And
walked
and
around.
you're not doing anything wrong. You're shopping. You're not a threat to no one. You have your, even if God forbid it got to that point, you're gonna be like, I got my LLC, I got my tax
Mhm.
credit. What, I don't
Like
understand
they
what the
asked us
problem is.
about like 4 or 5 times.
And you could
Yeah.
tell that they don't ask the average customer that
Yeah.
comes in there
Yep.
anything like that.
And yeah,
So
and because
it
we
was
had
just
sweats on,
BS.
we look how we look, and I was like, that's not the first time that ever happened to us, but it bothered the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. How much is that? How much is that for a case? That's it? Okay. I don't want it now.
That's it. Bye.
That's exactly what happens. I got a question. And I want to ask both of you this, being that you're parents. Um, the reason why I feel bad for the kids coming up in 2021, like now, like teens and like not even teens, probably like middle school,
Mhm.
even like upper elementary, like fourth, fifth grade. Like they're having conversations about police brutality, race, Black Lives Matter, all these type of things. Where I feel like even Cole, like Cole went to a protest last summer.
Yes.
Like he was like he's 2 years old, right?
Mhm.
So like they're being exposed to this lifestyle at a much earlier age. Do you think that's helpful or harmful for our children?
I think that it's helpful because it's an awareness. Unfortunately, until when I think this is the hardest ever we've gone in a long time since the 70s. My mom, she's from Chicago. She was in that mist.
Oh,
So
she's from
yeah,
Chi-Town.
my mom's from
Wow.
yeah, my mom's from
She
Chi-Town.
would have
Is
shot
she a Black
you.
Panther?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My mom is an original Land King queen. So,
Allegedly.
excuse me, allegedly.
Allegedly.
she's
We are not.
she's passed on now, folks. Please leave her alone.
Yes. Listen. Rest in peace,
That's I
mama.
said she's. I guess that's where I get the fighting part from, and me speaking up. I'm not, you know what I mean, and not letting anybody take my voice. For a long time, I went through a transition where like I said, my one of my best friends died, my brother died, my best friend got killed by her boyfriend. Another incident happened in my family. I kind of shut down away from the people because it was a lot to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Trusting people again, and my voice was quiet for a while, and now I got my voice back, and I'm just not. I'm not allowing anyone to take that right from me. So you shouldn't either. I don't care who they are. And as long as you're being respectful and you're in your right demeanor way, there's no one can take that from you.
Okay. Justin, think it's
Um,
helpful or harmful?
I think it's. I think it's more helpful right now. I also think it depends on who you are.
Mhm.
I think that if you talk to your kids and you tell them this, that, and the third, and this is what's going on, I think it's a lot more helpful because, like, like Cole is my son is like super white, like
Hmm.
he looks like a white, right?
Hmm.
And also his sister is white and Dominican, and she was like, I don't understand it. Why can't they just darker skinned than us, and we have to explain to her like what it is, like you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
it's helpful now, because we could educate them in a sense where I don't think that we've got that education before.
We've had it, but it wasn't to
To
this
this extent,
point, to the extent where
right?
we fighting for it
Right.
now.
So now,
I think the generation, your generation, has it's witty. Like you're not tolerating nobody's shit.
right.
Like you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. So I
Mhm.
think that your generation is that X factor
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
generation.
Mhm,
Like
Yeah.
mhm.
the way the streets was out there with COVID, not COVID, it was extreme, and it was great to see people like when when George took his last breath, he gave us breath.
Mm.
You understand? Like he screamed for his mom. He woke up all the moms. Like
Yes, he
he
did.
literally woke us all up.
Yeah.
Like, nah, this is
Mhm.
not happening.
Mhm.
And it's sometimes, and I don't. I'm not. When I say to you that I'm not into racism within itself, because I think that it's individual. I think judgment is individual, but I am with like you disrespecting somebody or taking someone's life. You just don't take people's lives because who are you? You're not God. You're not a higher being. Just
Mhm.
that's not your choice for you to judge who this person is, whether they're white, black, or Hispanic or Korean.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. It's not your choice.
And also, what I think is as the age that we're in the informational age where you can right now. She was just on live, and somebody from across the world could have seen you right now.
Mm.
Back in the day when you was growing up, it
Mhm.
wasn't that many of that.
Yeah. No.
So like now, there's a video shot, it's uploaded, the world could see.
Yeah.
Before you had to wait for the news to to say it or somebody to write about it, or we had to
Yeah.
see it in a different time. Like it's so much easier for us to get this information out, and we should be teaching our kids this, that, and the third now, because we only gonna the more information and the more technology is just gonna grow from here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have to grow with the times.
So let me ask both of y'all a question.
Let's go.
What do you think about racism in our own neighborhoods?
Go ahead.
Want me to go?
Yep.
And
I
when I
think.
say that
Go ahead.
is, I say that because, I'm Hispanic and so I haven't been liked by my own people.
Mhm.
So, what's the difference?
I think self hate is real. I think we grow up. Um, we don't grow up with a sense of pride, especially within like the black community, in a sense of we don't see our neighbor as our neighbor. We see our neighbor as a potential enemy until they become a friend.
Hmm.
Mm.
And I think that tension right there stops a lot of our communities from being communities because we will see a stranger and it's just like, and that this from growing up in poverty, like I can't trust you
Yeah.
because I don't know you. Whereas in other communities, like it's like, oh, like that's the neighbor. I
Hmm.
know that like if the
Hmm.
kids are playing out in the street and I'm not there to see and my neighbor's there to see the kids,
Hmm.
my kids are safe. I don't think that exists anymore. And I don't think that and I think as you get older, it gets worse. Like killing each other, stabbing each other in the back, doing like we're selling drugs in our own communities. Like we we don't have a lot of self accountability for the issues that we're creating for ourselves. At the same time, I think Throg's Neck is a really, really unique neighborhood in the sense that racism is different here than anywhere else in the Bronx.
Hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because when my mom first moved here, probably like the early '90s or something like that, like if you went to the McDonald's on East Tremont as a black, she was the first black woman to work in that McDonald's.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
That's fire.
and she experienced like racism from the white gangs. Like, what are you doing here, you black woman?
Yeah.
Right?
Word.
And that tension is still kind of here today. Like, if the kids from the projects that go to the middle school have to go to the same middle school as a lot of the kids that live on the other side of the bridge that are
Hmm.
white,
Hmm.
right? And there has been tension there. So to answer your question though, yes, there is racism within ourselves. There is self hate within ourselves, um, and we don't hold each other accountable for the issues that we create.
So, do you think that? Oh,
No,
wait,
go
wait,
ahead, go ahead, go
wait.
ahead, go ahead, go
Do
ahead.
you think that by cultivating that's our whatever actions, like you said, maybe it's trauma, drama,
Mhm.
whatever, however you
Yeah,
want to call it, and maybe trying to fix that within our own neighborhoods, then maybe we can stand as one against anybody else. Because if we're not united, yes, it was great to see us being united with George, but it was a temporary thing.
Right.
When is it going to be a full time thing between all of us that it's not going to be no self hate, there's not going to be no killing in our neighborhoods, you're not going to be taking we're not going to be killing our own black men or our own Hispanic men? When is it going to be that to that point?
I think.
Because with more of us,
Mhm.
it's more of a bigger fight.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
and oh, you want to go?
Nah. Go ahead.
I think
This is his realm right here. I'm gonna let him
Wait,
eat.
wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait.
let him eat.
So we have Marilyn Hayes, Marilyn Cruz Hayes. She is the founder of Palms Upon Hands. And she's
oh,
the
round of
lady that we're going to
applause.
be doing the showcase on June
Yes.
6th for. Please follow her, Palms Upon
Yes,
Hands.
palms upon hands.
She is
Um,
a
Come to the
she can
40
hear us,
Central YouTube
please.
right now, so that we could talk to you.
And 40 Central on Instagram, so that way we could DM you and we could figure out how we can help.
Yes, yes, we
yes.
will be able. We do want to help on the 6th, so but we will talk about that after. This
Um,
is his realm. I'm gonna let him eat.
what was your question again? I'm sorry, I forgot.
um, my question is, if we cultivate ourselves
That's what it
and
is.
stop the self hate, um, remember, we're we're killing our own black men, Hispanic
Mm-hmm.
men. They're going to jails. They're damaging the neighborhoods. The drugs is damaging the neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what can we do to stop that from happening? Because I feel like if we can stop that from happening or address those issues, whether it's depression or anxiety or whatever it is, maybe we can become stronger as one. I just think, and I think that that's basically what I think about children. You talk about the children
Mm-hmm.
part,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yes, I feel like they're traumatizing as far as seeing the stuff that's going
Mm-hmm.
on. So how can we stop these kids? And I think this is what my biggest factor is in trying to help the kids, is because I don't want them to get stigmatized by what's
Mhm.
going on and what is being said on the media. I
Absolutely.
want them to know that they're loved and they're cared for, and that they will be protected.
I think my initial response is that I think unity in and of itself isn't real. Like I don't think that we can all be on the same exact page. However, I do believe that we can always have respect for each other. So
I
for
agree.
example, in like the 60s, you had Malcolm X in the Muslim movement. You had MLK in the nonviolence movement. You had SNCC. You had the Black Panthers that came a little bit after that. They all they all have respect for each other and were on the same
Hmm.
page, but they had different methods. So
Hmm.
essentially they weren't really unified, but they all understood that we're here for the same
Same
common,
message,
the
yeah.
same message is that
Hmm.
we need to push our people forward. So I think that we can get to that point, but I don't think it's realistic that everybody can be on the same page.
I agree.
I
Listen to
mean,
me.
unified,
Yeah.
unified. I'm sorry.
I don't think that we're listen to me. We're not always supposed to be unified. It's the builder, the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Just in everything in life. It's We got stats. He's a great producer. um,
Hey.
Hey.
but everything in life, it's a foundation. It's the brick. It's the layers. It's the house. So everything you do, it's just as long as we all play a part in our
Exactly.
growth.
Exactly.
And let's all play some part into it. There's so much hate. There's so much stuff going on. I just, this day I feel like our kids is missing this love somewhere.
Mm-hmm. No,
And
I
let's
mean, and I think
Yep.
that's real, but I think part of that is because of social media.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because being that kids could just do this and be on their phones all day, like
My kids are not on social media. My kids is 23 years old. My daughter barely is on social media. My son is 28. He is not on social media. My daughter is 31 and she's not on social media. So and they even hate that I'm on social media.
No, real, like for like social media, like I've been taking, like I've been telling them I'm taking a break.
Yeah, you
Like
have to.
I'm not on my phone on it like 24
That
hours
takes
a
your
day.
energy though.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel so much better.
Hmm.
I like throughout the day I'm with my kids or I'm doing stuff, and at night when they sleeping I'll go on and I'll look and I'll pass. Like I'm not saying that I don't do that every fucking day. No, I'll be lying if I say that. But
Hmm.
uh, for the most part, I just try to like get myself out of that
Get
because
that
everything out
peace.
there is like
Yeah.
is either sexy bodies
mm-hmm,
or it's for me to hate
Temptation.
you
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
or it's some type of hatred or it's somebody
Hmm.
talking about something that happened and everybody's just going at that one
mm-hmm,
person and it's
mm-hmm.
like I just
Enough, right?
my energy does not got to be in it. My energy is for this what I'm doing right now, tech
Hmm.
like physically and emotionally. I got to make sure that I'm okay to do so much more shit. So I'm trying to like I don't want
That's
like
what I
social
think.
media
That's
so much.
why I think that a lot. Like that's why I said to you, as far as this COVID thing, it kind of separated people from the doers, and kind of separated. Like, you know, um, I don't watch TV. I
Yeah,
haven't watched TV in I don't know how long.
yeah.
I'm not with the social. I'm not
There's
with the
nothing on
media.
TV.
Period.
There's nothing on TV to
That
watch.
too.
Yeah.
Like at
So
all. Like there's
yeah,
nothing on
yeah.
TV to watch.
So um, if I can't, if it's not a self teaching aspect, I'm not watching it. If I can't learn from you, I'm not listening. So we have to definitely pick and choose what's for us and what's not.
Absolutely. I think we're gonna come to a point in time where social media is going to be classified as a drug.
I think they should
I think
just
it is a
shut that
drug
shit
already.
down.
I think it is a drug already.
Really?
I think it is a drug.
I-
It's like what's that shit called? Like when you do something like endorphins or something
Yeah.
like that. Like you
Yeah,
go
like
on
you
that
have
shit,
an addiction
and
to the
it's a.
shit.
I have people that I know, and I'm not gonna put talk about out there, but immediately when they wake up, they go on Facebook or they go
Hmm.
that's throughout the day they on it all fucking day.
I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those back like
Yeah.
a couple of
Hmm.
years ago. I was like, okay, and maybe because I don't, I worked so much, I didn't. All my friends was on social media, and then I was like, hmm. I was just like, then when I started transitioning, I was just like, it's nothing. I'll post
Hmm.
for my purpose, and that's it.
Hmm.
And through COVID, I posted like a lot about religion and certain stuff, certain scriptures that I thought that would be helpful to people throughout this process, because it was definitely at the beginning a very hard process. But I just feel like social media should be used for a great intent, not to intent,
Mm.
and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that social media has changed. Has given a lot of people opportunities to start businesses.
Yeah.
Start businesses, whether it doesn't matter what it is, but you have a platform where it's like now direct to consumer.
Hmm.
You don't have to go door to door selling your
Yeah.
products anymore, and I think that's very very beneficial. But it is very addictive, and
Yeah.
I think the kids now are like, it's weird because we kind of grew up with social media. So like there was a point in time where we were all alive and social media did not exist.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My
Now,
time.
My time too.
yeah,
Like I didn't have social
exactly.
media growing up.
Like I remember
Mhm.
I
when
had to go
MySpace
outside.
began. Like I exactly. Like, I remember like when you had to knock on somebody's door in order for them to
I
come
had to
outside.
call the house phone.
Like, you had to call a house. You if you wanted to talk to a girl, you would have to.
Rotary phone.
Yeah,
Uh,
I had
uh,
one of those in the crib
no,
before. Like
that shit was real. But now, like these kids are growing up where there are no house phones. Everybody has a
Mhm.
I
cell
pay for a
phone.
house phone too, and that shit's not even in my house.
No, see, they get you.
Yeah, because it's
That's
they
not
give
It's a
me a
okay.
package. It's
deal.
a
You
It's a
package.
package deal.
and you accepted that?
Yeah, but
Well,
cheaper.
as a parent, I think that you got to take the initiative to say, I wish more parents would be like, come to the door, give me a cell phone, give me your
Mm.
cell phone, give me. You don't have homework. Homework is writing. You don't need your cell phone. Well, you want a calculator? Here's a calculator. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like it should be. And when you come in the house, it should be a bucket. Everybody's cell phone right here. And unless you're really running a 24-hour business, like your family needs to get back together, no social media, and have dinner.
Mm.
The
Well,
Sunday
I don't
dinners
have
is
that
so
problem. I don't
important.
have that problem yet. My kids are
No, good.
Mm.
not. Yeah,
But
like
so like Sunday dinners, just I think that's why I said I wanted to do the showcase like like a Sunday dinner, even what I mean. Like have we have you go to your family house, you come in, you talk, then you listen to some music, and then you sit down and you eat, and then you go home.
well, we will be there.
You know what I just thought of? It's crazy because when you said that, it made me think like maybe that's why podcasts are such a booming industry because people don't know how to do this anymore.
They sure don't.
Like
Mm.
they can't.
No.
There's no space for it. You're not doing it at home because you're on your phone all day.
Mhm.
You're not doing it at school because you
It's
got to
true.
sit down and listen to the teacher all day. Maybe at lunch for 30 minutes, but if they allow phones, then you're not doing it at lunch.
Or you're playing video games,
And
and
yeah, and after
you're
school, you playing video games. So when do you have a
Mm.
chance to sit down and
I
have a
was I
conversation?
was saying that too because like these kids, they don't have friends.
yeah.
They
It's
don't have
crazy. It is
any friends
crazy.
because like outside we was outside playing, making up games, playing basketball, doing shit, riding bikes, whatever like
Mhm.
that. These kids don't do that these days.
No.
And it's acceptable because they don't know any better. It's awkward now to be if you were a kid and you were in a group of 15 and y'all going to the store, like that's awkward.
Yeah.
Like kids don't do that no more. Like
Shit. It
you
used
don't
to
you don't
take
look
us an hour and a half to walk 6 blocks. But
exactly.
we would like really just be friends, argue, play fight, go to the store,
Running
go get
around the
some
cars.
runner. Yeah, yo, can you jump over the car?
I miss those
Yeah,
days.
yeah. Like I used to have fun walking home.
But that's why I said so. It's kind of like what it just brought something to my attention because I was telling somebody about yesterday about they were going to a car meet, and I was just like, I think that's childish. But now thinking about it and listening to both of y'all, I'm like, yeah, maybe that is something that's resourceful. At
Mhm.
least you're out and you're socializing with one another.
You know what?
Absolutely.
I just hate that it says it means car don't like that.
Why?
I don't know. Meat.
Car
The
meets
meat.
are fun.
The
The
meat is bothering me.
Why? Because the cars are meeting up. It's what it is. It's the cars are meeting up.
I just don't like when it says car meat.
No, but that's what I was told. I was told that it was cars meeting up.
Yeah.
That's
No,
exactly
my
what-
cousin just told me that she's going to a car meet like next week. I'm like, you like cars? She was like, yeah. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
What do you do there? She was like, just go. Okay.
Oh, she's not telling you what they're doing there. You want me to tell you?
Nah,
They be
no.
dancing on the cars,
Yeah,
shaking
car
their
meets are fun, man.
Yeah,
It's
so-
a nice environment. But
But yeah, it's you got. I don't want to shout out Connecticut because that's where I'm at right now. But
You don't want to shout them out.
I don't want to
Wait.
shout. No, because no, the reason why
I don't
say
want to shout out where I
the-
live
no,
because
no,
you guys.
the reason why I say that is because I love the Bronx, and I
Mm.
want the Bronx, wish the Bronx was like this, you know what I'm saying? But you go right across into Connecticut, a half hour into Connecticut, and you can take your kid pumpkin picking,
Mhm.
all this other stuff. And I have a big issue like that. The Bronx is not, more joined in together
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
I mean, the Bronx Zoo is trying to do its part, but I wish the Bronx had more, spaces and stuff like that for the children to do.
I
I
hate
agree.
zoos. I'm sorry. You brought up
Oh my
I
God.
hate zoos.
I remember the first time you said this.
Oh my God, you don't understand. I hate
Oh.
zoos
Why?
because if you want to talk about depression, have you ever walked in and
Oh, you see
saw
the
the
animals?
gorillas and they are the most depressed, sad animals I have ever seen in my life. I think zoos need to be reversed. I think the people need to be in the cages and let the animals just be free. Let the animals be free. I think that's how it needs to be.
But
But
there is a zoo. I don't want to say where it's at. It's like, but they put you in like a fucking like they put you in the cage and they drive
Yeah.
you around and
Like a
the
safari.
like yeah, and that's a zoo and like I don't know if it's like Australia or some shit like that, but
Well, I mean, originally that's
fire.
what they say. They say you're not supposed to, like how we took over like certain areas is
Mhm.
supposed to be for animals and stuff and wildlife. Here comes the people
Yeah,
once
like
again.
there's no reason why a freaking lion should be in the Bronx.
I'm gonna tell you, I live by the Bronx Zoo. One day I'm like, what the hell is that sound? And I opened the window and it was this big bald eagle on my
Oh, I
windowsill.
have one on mine too.
What?
Yo, I had
An
yo.
eagle?
They
A
were,
ball, like I think was so big. I don't know.
yeah,
I,
I
didn't-
had one
I
on
you
my.
can see him on the zoo, but when you see it in person, it's a whole different
Yo,
animal.
I was washing dishes in my kitchen, and I look outside, and all the housing workers is like, "Oh shit, that's your window, that's your window," and I'm like, "What's going on?" He said, "Get go to your window." So I went to my room window, and the fucking eagle was eating a whole fucking a squirrel on top of my AC. I looked up,
Oh,
he
shit.
looked me in my face, and I was like, I closed the other window. I'm like, nah, bro. Like I was like, oh, they was like, yo, he killed a squirrel, brought it to you know how we have the hawks,
Yeah.
the hawk, big ass hawk. That shit was huge.
You all right?
Yeah.
It's because of that, the wire. Don't take it out because it's gonna die.
No, it's
All right, let me get that juice. But yeah, man, I seen that shit. That shit was crazy.
Mhm.
But I just want people to take care a little bit more of themselves and be more conscious. And any way I can help, like, and push that aspect, helping Maryland, and my mother's neighborhood. It's needed, and they're very conjoined together, like as far as family wise. So I think it'd be helpful to see, a smiling face and helping the neighborhood. Maryland has a great heart, so
Okay.
that's why my whole purpose is to, help her, get up and get out there and do her thing.
I want to ask a question about real estate since we have two real estate moguls here. Um,
Hey,
I'm interested in. I want to own a building, right?
Mhm.
I
First, I
raised
wanted to
kids.
have a single family home, and I said no, that's not profitable. Then I wanted to do a small multifamily with like 3, maybe 5 units the
Mhm.
most.
Oh,
And
Maryland's in the
then,
building.
Maryland is in the
hey, round of
building.
applause.
Palms upon my hand. Palms upon my hand.
Um, and now I'm at the point where it's like I want to have like a 30-unit building. Can I start there, or do I have to get like a small multifamily What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts?
Yes.
I'll put the money down right now. We on it.
Want to get 30 unit building?
I'm on it right
It's
now.
all wax. We about to own a 30 unit building.
I will
Right.
put the money right
Start in the
now.
air.
You
Let's do it.
understand,
Let's
right?
do it. Let's
You
do
don't
it.
have to tell me nothing else. I
What are
will
you gonna
find-
do with that that unit building? What kind of consumers are you gonna?
Hi, Marilyn.
That's the tough part. I mean, I think that like
What do you mean that's tough?
it's tough because I feel like with a three unit building or whatever you want to call it, like you're tied to those tenants. Like if a
Yeah.
tenant leaves, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You still got to make those payments. But I feel like with a 30 unit, if somebody leaves, it's like
You still got to make those payments.
you still got to make the payments, but you got 29 other people that's still going to be making payments.
We
Like,
got to
I don't-
get 30 people in the building.
I don't think that's hard. People need a place to live.
What is hard is
I don't know. This is why I'm asking you. I don't know.
okay,
Teach
so
me.
what happens is with Section 8 tenants, that's why people prefer Section 8 tenants because they pay the Section 8 pays the majority of the rent, and the tenant pays the minority of the rent, the little bit of
Mhm.
part of it,
If-
the 30%.
If they want that. Because sometimes some right as I'm seeing right now, sometimes they don't want to let people pay the difference.
No, that's not true. Regular Section 8 voucher tenants.
It depends on what you have a voucher for, though.
Okay, so they
Ooh,
yeah.
real estate debate. I like
Yeah,
this.
so yeah, no, so regular Section 8 tenants that have a voucher, it's a 70-30 cut. They pay the city space the 70% and they pay 30% of their income.
What? Okay.
So
What I'm seeing
Mhm,
is if you have a 2-bedroom voucher for, let's just say it's 2,200,
mhm.
and you say, hey, I got a 2-bedroom voucher for 2,200, the rent is 2,500. Let's just say
You
sometimes
can't get that
exactly because they're not allowing you to pay that
the
other
full.
part.
Yeah, they never have.
But that's what I was saying.
They never have allowed. So that's why you have to find a $2,200 voucher.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
But
though.
if you have 30 units and you can adjust that rent roll to pay off your mortgage and you renovate the apartment, you can get a tax credit on top of your Section 8.
Mm,
Okay,
that sounds like money. I don't.
it does.
Oh, okay. All right. But it sounds like money. Yeah.
Okay,
That's all I heard.
I
was
see. But what I'm saying is like they don't allow you to pay.
No, they never have
difference.
though. They
Like
never
you can't
have.
pay the difference. You gotta find if your rent voucher is 2,250, you gotta
Have to
something
find that, yeah.
2,250 or under that
Yeah.
to be able to
Be able to use it.
use that.
So how do people make? All right. So we own a 30 unit building. How do we make money?
First of all, you got to meet your mortgage.
Yeah.
And then you have to times that by 12.
Okay.
Because you gotta pay that every month.
every month.
So then
Alright.
with
So-
whatever your rent roll, and you times that by 12 plus your mortgage, you times that by 12.
You also
Your
need
your rent roll should be exceeding that.
you also need a fund for repairs.
Into the mic. To the mic.
Oh, is it not on?
No, you on.
Oh.
You was just low because you
Not-
wasn't talking into the
You also need a fund for repairs. You also need a fund for backup, just in case anything happens to the building. Like we need a fund.
Insurance,
Insurance.
lots
like,
of insurance.
Yeah, because
Lots of insurance?
Somebody slips and falls in the fucking thing. We gotta pay for that. But I'm telling you right now, I am putting the money up. If you want to do that tomorrow,
I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it.
I'm
I want to do
putting-
it. Let's do it.
the
It's all
money
wax.
is there,
It's
ready
all wax.
to
And,
do.
and let me
wax.
run it.
I'm with it. Listen, we are
just
gonna have a
broken the
great
deal.
after show. Y'all don't understand. I already
So-
been telling him. I said I wanted to buy because
So on that aspect, my next plans is, once I do it, I want to be able to do a couple of showcases, but I still want to take my nonprofit to another extent because it is to help women and children. So I want to go into transitional housing.
So can I ask you a question? What's why not men and children also? Like there's fathers out there who are just single fathers.
There is, and I'm not saying that I'm not wouldn't help. When I
It
say
was just a question.
wait, so you said men and children. So
Yeah, because
children,
you said women and children, right?
women,
Single mothers.
children. No, I actually the transitioning housing that I was thinking about the women were women coming home from jail.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
okay.
So
Okay.
as far as the man and children, it's it tells us that we need to. There's been a lack of women and children being taken care of, period, and protected, period. And it's been going on for a very, very long time. So that's why I wanted to cater to the children part because, we, like how you just said, you have a 3-year old and life has been, he's untouched from life yet.
Hmm.
And this is, and when you, the things that you're teaching him now is, teaching him like the fruit stuff and things like that, that's going to carry on through his entire life. So imagine creating a safety foundation for children, and they're feeling, what happened?
So wouldn't it be children and parent instead of just women and children? I'm
Well,
just
no,
saying
I'm saying,
because
no, listen to me. So if a single father came to me and he has a son, or of course I'm good, I'm giving them the opportunity. I'm not just saying that I'm picking and choosing of who I want to help. Like if there's a child involved, I'm going to help
right.
automatically,
Mhm.
150%. You understand? That's one thing I won't do. But I'm just saying, like, there's so many programs for men out there, and it is programs for women, but it ain't programs for women transitioning.
Okay.
Mm.
Transit. Okay. Transition.
We
My
go
only
ahead.
my only reason for bringing that up to you is because
We have a problem right now in Hartford. I have two fathers right now in Hartford who, unfortunately, in Hartford, they, it's, I don't know, it's the pandemic or what's going on, but a lot of the fathers are being given custody of their children,
in
and,
Hartford.
and Hartford,
Shit.
yeah. So silly. I can't. I can't. I
Yo, he
can't.
said it on
Oh,
live.
I can't. He
Yo.
said it on the live too.
first take, baby. There's only one take. Y'all heard what I said. Shit.
but
The only reason,
but
why I asked this question is because as a father, I've been through certain things that
Mhm.
I'm not.
I get it.
I can go into it, but I don't want to.
I figured that out.
The system is not good for me.
But yeah, but
The system is not good.
yeah, it picks and chooses. You're absolutely right. I agree with you on that part. But there isn't some empathy concerning the children. So if you ever
I
meet,
don't think so.
then you need
When
to,
it comes from my side,
yeah.
and
So
I will 100% explain to you
you can
after this.
always have you can
But
always have the option to say, I need a new judge, that, or I
Mm,
need a new application. So you
okay.
can never ever, I don't care what anybody says, you can
Mhm.
always ask for a new judge, and
mm,
you can ask for a new application to reset your case. That goes for criminal, family.
Mhm.
Like if something is not being that you feel like it's not to your advantage, or to and and you have liable facts that
Mhm.
yes, no, this is what's going on,
Mhm.
then you should be able to change your judge. Like, no, I'll go reapply again. I don't want you.
mm.
Like, I would not stop. Like,
A
if
lot of people don't know that though. So thank you for telling them. That's a lot
Yeah,
of
for
people don't
real.
know.
That's crazy. I want to actually connect you to somebody we worked with. No, this was before 40 Central. So this was when I was in the community center. Her name was Jamila T. Davis. Have you ever heard of
Mhm.
her?
Yeah.
She did we did an event out here in Throgs Neck where we
Mhm.
had like Yandy, my
Mhm.
son, who else was there? Sexy Lexi, the rapper. Like she brought a whole but her story of like she was in prison. I think
Mhm.
she started like the
I,
Pink Panthers
I follow her though.
and like they
So she's a transition.
yeah, exact. So when you were saying that, like that, her name came to mind, and I don't know if you two know each other, but if you don't, then I would love to,
No
make
problem.
that
That'll be
connection. I think you
great.
guys
Yeah.
could definitely do some
So
dope
yeah,
work
so I
together.
have followed her story. She's a great transition advocate.
Hmm.
That there is change that you can't change. It's a fair task, though. Like, fear is something that is implemented in us, is whether we react on it or not. But it is there, and if you come out and you're willing to do the work,
Yeah,
a lot of us is not willing to do the work.
absolutely. I think most
And that
people don't want
means
to do the work.
the shadow work. That means the mental work. That means
Mm.
the spiritual work.
Hmm.
That means the financial work.
Mhm.
The financial
it's,
work is
it
real.
is because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I moved up to Connecticut, I didn't even have a bed. and I worked for 6 months Uber. I banged 30,000 in 6 months doing Uber.
Hey. Hey.
So a lot of the stuff that I'm got now is because I did that. I worked so hard, and that discipline, working 12 hours a day. I was like, no, I can't go back. Like
Mhm,
that
Mhm.
was my mind frame. Like, and like just like people go to jail. Like
mhm,
I
mhm.
can't go back.
Yeah.
That's to be implemented. Like, and that's how I felt. Like I'm not going backwards. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. And it's just stayed in my mind, and that's where the discipline came from. And that discipline has applied through my health, through my finances, and through my overall life experience.
Applause for that, damn it. It's amazing. Well, it's 3 o'clock.
I was about to say that
Yes,
exact
sir.
Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
We
3 o'clock
got
on the
vegan
dot.
food.
Oh, we can order vegan food. That's it. Yeah. So it is 3 o'clock. I was looking at the time right now. I'm like, shit.
Well, I just want to say, everybody, please, on June 6th, it is a Sunday. I know, people stay with their families, but we are your family. Please come
Mhm.
join us. It is a nonprofit fundraiser for Palms Upon My Hands. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Um, and come join us. We're gonna have live music. We're gonna have people talking. We're going to have um plates to be sold for donations. We're also gonna have vendors also.
Hey, moms gonna be in
Hey,
the
I would tell
building.
my mother. I tell my mom. I
So
tell my
please
mom.
come by. It is going to be in the Bronx. Oh, wait, the address. Have the address?
The,
No,
the flyer. I'm gonna pull up the flyer right now.
sorry.
No, you good. You good. You good. Go ahead, keep finish.
Oh,
Finish
Yeah,
talking.
so it is
plug it.
it is
Plug
for a
everything.
domestic violence nonprofit. The owner is Marilyn Cruz Hayes. Please, if you can, just follow her, reach out to
Marilyn is in the
her.
building right now too.
We
It
also
is. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the address.
It is 1450 Commerce Avenue. I'm sorry. I
Thomas.
was
Oh, that's right there, like by Zariga,
yeah,
right?
Yes.
1450 Commerce Avenue. So we'll definitely be in attendance.
Yes,
Yes, we will
please
be
come
there.
and join us and come have a great time with us. Send us some music and be part of our family. Thank you so much.
That's a Sunday.
And yep.
We might have to do a live podcast.
Oh, look at
Ooh.
you party today.
We might have to go up there and just have people talk with us. We might have to have people
Hey,
talk with us.
That'd be
that'll be
great.
cool. That'll be cool.
But thank you, 40 Central. You've been so wonderful, even though I blew out all the lights.
Oh my God. I gotta go check the thong. I gotta go check the thong. I got, when we leave here, we all gonna go look at that thong out there. I'll tell you that right now.
We're gonna see if it's still in place.
That shit, I held it up.
Yo,
But thank you so much for having me. I've had an amazing time. Thank you so much.
no problem.
This is-
Before you leave, we just need you to sign our board.
Yes, we
Our
do. Yes,
board
we
right
do.
here.
Yes,
You're
yes,
gonna be able
yes.
to sign that.
And please follow them because, this is the upcoming great podcast that's going to be growing, and they share great information, whether it's from financial, community, music, family. Please
Hey,
follow
listen, I'm
40
just gonna
Central.
be honest.
There you go.
We are not always this nice. I'm letting y'all know right now. We are not always this nice. You gonna
Word.
come up here, y'all gonna see some crazy shit. I'm telling you that right now. I'm sorry, cause she's on her live. She's saying that we do a lot of stuff. Listen, we are not always this nice. We talk about some shit. Trust me. You wanna come, enjoy yourself. You guys wanna come sit in attendance, you guys gonna do that.
Open communication lines.
Open,
there.
yes,
Yes,
yes. We
absolutely.
talk about anything, anytime, anywhere, any places is what we do.
All
But
right, Justin, close us out.
nah, we're not gonna close out. You real quick. Anything else that you want to put out there in general?
um, if you could be kind to someone, just be kind to them. You may not know what someone might be going through. Sometimes, we may see people's reactions or actions to not, to maybe deter us from them. But we may not know what they're going through. So just be kind. Just, a kind word, good morning, just be nice to people. If they're not nice to you, that's fine. You've done your part.
Mhm.
It's just that simple. We all need to do our part one way or the other. Um, that's it. And take care of our children. That's our future. Our children are our future. That's it.
And anything that you would like to ask us before we go? Like,
Yeah. So On Sunday.
Mhm.
June says, "Are you gonna come live broadcast for me?"
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
it.
that's easy.
That was
Yeah,
an
we gonna
easy
do
answer.
that.
Let us know. We'll talk
Well,
about the details after. We'll see how it is.
so what is your next move?
With
Anything you have in life going?
I'm
What
gonna
is?
go eat after
No, not. I'm talking about life.
this. uh,
Me too, but
no, my next move is
you're gonna go ask for the application or change that judge, right?
I I'm going to Hartford. But no, no. I think my next move is to make sure that man right there next to me as well.
Okay, and I think that he's gonna do that, vice versa.
Right, I agree, and I think of it as like, and I always say this, like, I look at it, it's not like I look at him as my child. I don't look at, but I got the same sentiment where I care about him as much as I
I
that.
could
So
tell.
I want to make sure that all my next moves is making sure that he is okay and his family is okay and my family and also. So my next move is to continue to make this great and we will do it. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is not going to be something.
Well, in that 30 unit building, make sure that you have a space for
I'm
your
wait. Listen.
podcast.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't wait to get off
I
and see
can't
how
wait.
serious he
I
is.
can't wait for y'all to send me pictures.
I can't listen. Once we get over this, I'm
But you
gonna ask him
gotta
how
have
serious that
you
is
gotta
because
have a place for the podcast in the
Of course,
building.
of
listen,
course.
I'm not
That's
gonna lie to you.
good.
Yeah.
This is we own part ownership in this right here. So this is ours. So we never gonna leave this.
Okay.
We're gonna do
Oh,
that.
there go my friend Handsome. Handsome. He has some great acts too. Great
Okay.
music acts. I'll
Hands
let
up.
him.
We might all have to sit down and have a conversation. Go out to eat. Go get some wings. Go
Yeah.
get.
Mm,
Handsome Flea has to come
Listen,
into
none of you
the
guys
Bronx
drink, so I
first.
probably will
okay.
be drinking.
Yeah.
But we
I mean,
can go.
I'll drink off camera.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
allegedly. But
I have a sip.
allegedly.
Allegedly. We don't want to mess up no sponsorships.
No, no. But
Love
anything.
you too. But I just think I used to drink before to get drunk.
Mm.
I'll take a sip just to indulge. Like you know what I'm saying.
So
You
sweet.
you always have to unwind some way somehow.
Mm.
I'm not telling people not to drink. I'm just thinking like drink like to the
If
point.
you like putting your toes in peanut butter, put your toes in peanut butter. That's what you want to do. Nigga.
Just don't dip it all the way in.
Just don't put it on.
You're not gonna be able to get that toe out.
Just don't put it in a sandwich. You're right. Just do what you gotta do.
Oh, snap.
I don't know where that came from. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I don't know.
That's good. I followed it with you. And
Um,
you in the 30 unit building. What's next?
What's next for me?
Next is for me to find that shit because I'm finding it tonight.
I mean everything he said, taking the podcast to the next level, doing what we need to do for our families.
Amen.
And just building wealth, building a foundation of wealth so that way the next generation don't have to go through what we going through.
Amen
My
to
kids,
that.
to make sure my kids are
Yep.
good.
Amen.
Kids.
I also just want to tell you that it's also just not financial wealth. Remember, there is mental health,
Absolutely.
wealth, you know, health period. And it's an overall thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that people think it can't be done. It can. I
Yep.
am I am a testimony to it.
Mhm.
Whatever you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah. No, listen. I want y'all to understand that probably 25% of what she said today, that's what she does. She told us so much more shit that she does, and I just want to commend you for that because like you
Really?
like just when you got here and we started talking and stuff like that, like you gave me a fucking fire.
Mm.
Like and it was like you do this, you do that, you do that. And when I sat down and I said like what doesn't she do? I was being serious because what she told us that how much she does do for everything and everybody and community and for her jobs and her nonprofit and everything like that. Like, listen, follow her because she is making moves. And what you like I said, what you told us, man, you made me want to work harder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm gonna work harder because of
But
how you bring.
people had this conversation with somebody, and this is what I want to say to you. I mean, this is where the project management comes in at with me. The work hard, yes, make it consistent. you gotta work smarter.
Mhm.
You understand? So, like I said, with the candles, even though they're pricey, but guess what? They don't cause asthma. They don't cause certain
Mhm.
things. They don't have paraffin, and they don't have certain things. So that was an investment, not only for me, but for my consumer.
Mhm.
So that's what I mean. So if you want to work, and then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start doing my own candle thing. You know what I'm saying? Make it smaller ones so that the people who can't afford the $30 candles, I can sell $15 candles. But I'm still gonna use coconut wax. I'm
You're still
not
gonna
gonna
use the
change
same
it.
stuff that
Yeah, I'm
that
not
is
gonna
good for your
change it up.
body.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change it up because my whole thing is having a healthy effect, and not only healthy but mentally wise all the way around. So it's I just want to be able to like I said, I just don't. If you want to work hard, yes, keep it consistent. You know what I'm saying? Get up every day, even the days that you don't want to. Because there's days I'd
Yep.
be like, my mom just passed. I took 2 months off. Thank you. I had some money to put away, but I was just like, oh, how am I gonna deal? Like, what am I gonna do? And but I just kept every day. I just did one more thing, one more thing, one more thing, one more thing to the point where I'm back to normal now.
Yep.
Just
You
don't
gotta
give
keep
up.
your mind working.
Yeah, don't give up, and make sure that you whatever you do, you articulate it, and you write your goods and your bads, and you make the subtractions of what can be profitable and what cannot.
You got anything else for her?
She just
I got
closed it out.
I got one more question. I got one
Go
more
ahead.
question and I'm done. What do you think about
I love it.
That's it. That's all I love. That's all I wanna say.
I had an amazing
Have you
time.
ever been on a podcast before?
Yeah, I've been on a lot of podcasts. I never laughed so much.
Yeah. That's good. How is this different than what you've been on?
I mean, it's real. I mean, it's not.
I love that.
It's just real. It's not. It's been genuine.
Yes.
The
We don't go
communication.
by no fucking book. You know what I'm saying? We don't ask the we ask the real questions here. Put the camera on her real quick so I can go on that camera. Go, I want to go on the other camera. Listen, look at me. You see her right here?
See me?
Listen, we don't go by no book. We go by whatever the fuck we want to talk about, and we are good, and we make her feel comfortable.
Yes, yes, yes. I usually, I'm telling you right now. Usually, I be stuttering. I was like, no, it was easy. It was easy
That's
fun.
good.
We've been here for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours and
2.5.
21 minutes. This is first of all, this is after she blew the shit up.
Oh yeah.
So it's been almost about 3 hours.
3
that
hours.
We've been
It's been like a
talking
3-hour
bullshit.
pod.
But
That is
she,
crazy.
listen, everybody out there, tell them how you blew the shit
I did. I blew it up.
up.
My energy came in. I started
Blew-
talking and said, "Boom."
The whole, we all looked at each other. Oh shit, what happened? But
I was like, "Look, stay still."
Yeah, that's just crazy.
we didn't even know what happened. She came in, whatever. But well, thank you for
Yeah,
telling.
everybody, please follow 40 Central. They're amazing, two great gentlemen. And you'll have definitely a great time coming on here. If you have anything to offer them as far as music is concerned,
Anything.
no, not anything.
Anything. I don't care. Listen. All right, we about to get. You want me to go crazy? We gonna go crazy. Want me to go crazy? Listen, anything. You could be music. You could do porn. You can
Anything.
do
Look,
anything. If you want to come up here and hit us up, no. If you got something to talk about, you got a story. We really would love to talk to you.
Absolutely. And we do
Book 'em.
yeah, we do photo shoots, we
Yes.
do videos,
Yes.
we do podcasting, we do
And they have a VIP
and we
too.
got a VIP
do got a
section.
VIP
We got
section.
a VIP section.
Next time
so
you will be in a VIP section.
Yeah, I get to
absolutely.
watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got your own section. We'll get you a bottle, your own hookah.
You get no. She
Oh,
don't
yeah,
do
you don't
no,
smoke.
no.
I
We
don't
get
do
her some
hookah.
coffee.
Yeah, coffee, water,
Yeah.
good stuff.
But definitely people follow them 40 Central podcast. They're on YouTube. We're live right now on
Live,
YouTube.
baby.
And watch this episode 55.
Yes,
Hey.
55, 55. We will be reposting this over and over and over again because this is not our usual day that we on. We are trying something new, and she is the first one to try it new with us.
And blew it all the
And
lights
blew it.
out. I'm 2 for 2.
I'm about to end it, but you good? What's your last words, bro?
I'm good. Just thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate the flexibility as well. Being able to come through on a Sunday, amazing energy, amazing podcast, amazing interview, amazing nonprofit, amazing company, amazing goals, dreams, and visions, and
Mhm.
you're
And
an
let's go.
amazing,
Let's
you're
get
an
it.
amazing inspiration, and I can't wait for the world to see everything that you have to offer.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so
You know,
much. And
any last words for you?
let's go.
Yeah, listen, man. Like we out of here, we out of here, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I know that it was a day that y'all didn't I know that we was gonna be on, but and also I want to thank you for coming on like he did, like he said. I really appreciate you for talking to us and bringing that personality and blowing our shit up too. I want to say that. But but like I say, man, your 9 to 5 pays your bills, your 6 to 12 builds your empire, man. We in here every fucking day. We are working, we are working, we are working, we are working, man. If y'all don't see us working, y'all not looking hard enough because we out here. Everybody, I want you guys to follow her. Um, what is your Instagram?
It's LaFleur Rose Showcase. LaFleur Rose Angels Showcase.
LaFleur Rose Angel Showcase. Everybody follow her. Everybody follow her. Go on her website and order some candles. Order a book. Order a journal. Order the spray. Don't get all that. Get all them shit out of here. Spray that shit. Let's do aromatherapy. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody out there watching in Maryland. Palms upon my hands. We will be there. June
Six,
6th. We will be
1450
there.
Commerce Avenue.
Yes,
1450
1450
Commerce.
Commerce
We
Avenue
yeah.
between 4 and 10 o'clock. Come join, talk, sit down, listen to some music, and then get some good eat and grub and go home.
Yeah,
There you go.
we will be there the 6th. So we will be posting it and everybody please follow.
Bet.
We out of here. You ending that shit?
God
Yep,
bless y'all.
gotcha.